5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. I meant to go live at a normal time. I had everything prepped and I decided I'm just going to jump into a time walking real quickly and do maybe my time walking old doors out of the way before Pandari remixes out earlier. I thought it would be quick. First one actually was quick. We did on a priest. Literally one-shotted. Now I'm trying to do it on my Shaman. I'm like, you know what? I got like 7 minutes. I can squeak another one in. We wipe. So here we are. This is how we start the stream for the day. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope all of you are having a good one. Let me get the music back up and running here too, man. While I do my old wires. Or rather, while I sit back and throw a healer to him. I did queue this up as Elemental, not as Resto. you're going to see me as looking like Resto. I ain't a Resto. I ain't a Resto. I am definitely not a healer. I'm just trying to keep everybody, most of myself alive. I'm trying to keep everybody alive as best I can up until Yogg pops up. And that's all I want, is just to live. Why are these guys still alive, by the way? Hello? You think they'll be dead by now? Hope I don't get tagged by any of the ads. Don't grip me. Don't grip me or dispel me. Okay, I'm just gonna run in, slay the dragons, and then bust and lust on the, what is it, the brain? Why did it take me so long to think about it, to think of the word? But yeah, gonna try to see if I can get it done really quickly, and then get some alpha stuff out of the way. I also want to open up my boxes for the day. I think that'd be really fun to do. Really want to open up my stuff because I don't even know what I got, man. I haven't even looked at it, and I meant to do that yesterday. Let me just try to get some sound in here for a second. I've been loving Shaman, by the way. It's been so fun just running around blasting on this thing. Oh boy, it's been nice. I've been loving it. It's so fun on the alpha. It's so fun on live. Like, I'm really loving Shaman, man. I don't know why I'm liking it as much as I am. Like, this is not even my main. But like, I feel like I could main it. I feel like I could main it. Lunatic Gaze, we're gonna turn around. I don't know if anybody else lusted, but we lusted now. Or at least I lusted now. New content? No, this is an alpha at the moment. I'll do alpha in a bit here. Like I said, I wanted to do my boxes for the day because I meant to do them yesterday. I never got to open up yesterday, so I was kind of gonna do it today. Take a look at what we get, and then hop on the alpha afterwards. Yeah. All on Yogg. I'm just gonna turn around. I'm gonna save my sanity here for a second. Not look at this cretin. If Ultimate size raid dropped to retail, people would lose their shit. If Ultimate size raid, I mean Ultimate, like, I mean like the size of it. I feel like they've done some really big raids before. But is Ultimate really that big of a raid? Because I feel like they've done a lot of big raids recently, haven't they? Somebody got MC'd, I think. Yeah, that's why he's healing, I'm pretty sure. Mortal Strike him! There we go. Why did we wipe the first time? This time we barely had anybody die. Give me something good. Give me something good. Bring back 40 mans? No, I don't know if that's a good idea, man. I don't know if that's a good idea. Hell, even right now, like, even managing, like, what is it? Not even 40 people. That's actually a good item. Managing, like, what, 20 people in SOD is a pain. Managing 20 in a mythic raid also is a bit of a pain. I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Because the problem is, like, people are having to plug in SOD. They're just like, we got a whole raid. Can we just be there as a body and press your buttons? And, like, people don't want to do it. People don't want to do it, or they just don't want to press the buttons. So you never really get either or. You just get disappointment. And I got disappointed with that bracer, man. That's not what I wanted. Because I got myself a... Well, actually, no. Hold on. Is that still the bracer I'm going to be running on Shaman? Let me double check that real quick. Let me double check. Because I know we're running, or at least most Shaman are running Lariat. No, you still run the Adaptive. Okay, so Adaptive, Lariat, and the other stuff. Got it. Got it. Alright, well, a little bit disappointed with the bracer. What can you do though, right? Chest is good though, and I think I should have most of the items I need to make like a full 4 set now. No, I need like a helm or a shoulder still. Okay. We'll figure that out. I'll probably hopefully get my weekly out of the way and get some kind of a helm out of it. Question chat. I was initially gonna open up my boxes for the day to start the stream because I never got to open up my Great Vault stuff. Do you guys care about my Great Vault at all? Or are you here just for the alpha? Because we can just jump right into the alpha immediately, man. Like, don't even sweat it. Golden days are golden for a reason. The 40-man rating days? Okay. Are you talking about the golden days like with the recent like vanilla classic or like way back in vanilla? Because a lot of people said like, yo, 40-man actually kind of want to cut it down as soon as like we got back to like the new like the classic, not the original, but the classic re-release of it. Everybody were like, that seems like actually looking back, yeah, give me 25 people and we'll just go in. 40 is too much. Vanilla. Also, but back in the day, vanilla, most people didn't even get to raid, right? Most people didn't even get to raid back in vanilla. Like, in terms of endgame stuff, that was just a small pool of players that even understood the game well enough, and even not well enough to, like, fully get it. Because everybody says back in the day, like, most people were pretty bad at the game because it was so new. You don't have a guide. You had to find that stuff out on your own. Well, Nikki with a good idea. For War Within, hard to tell, man. We don't know how classes are going to turn out at endgame. They're fun for now. They're looking pretty hype. But yeah, Vanilla had 20-man raids than 40-man. Better 20-man raids than 40-man. Yeah, like I remember, like like when Classic Vanilla came out, right? Classic WoW. Classic Vanilla. Re-release. People were like, dude, just give us 20. That's enough. Like, that's enough to clear. Waiting for 20 other people or 15 other people, that's just too much. Not worth managing and all that. Give me 20 and we'll just run it and do it efficiently. Lean, clean. Technically, you can go 40. People just didn't. And like, even right now in SOD, like, trying to expand it from 10 to 20, people are having to fill with pugs. And they're not having fun with it at all. Like, all my friends that played SOD stopped playing SOD in this phase. And like, I know they're trying to like, oh, I don't know if we're going to do 40-man rating for the next season. A lot of my friends are like, give me 10 or I'm not playing. They're not even excited for season 4. It's actually wild. When can we, when can War Within beat Legion in terms of content? Oh, that's a good question, man. I don't know. In terms of content, we'll see. We'll see what they got. That's all we need to know, right? Because we don't know how good the content is going to be. It's still an alpha. We don't know what the patch 11.1, 0.2, 0.3 is gonna be. Maybe. I mean, I feel having Chris Metzen come back gives me hope for War Within. Not gonna lie, it just gives me hope. Makes you excited. And if they could get like the cadence of regular content they did in Dragonflight, but like really juice it up with hype stuff in War Within, I think they could. Whether they will is a whole nother story. Right? Alright, so do you guys care about my vault stuff? Or should we just do alpha? Chat, hit me up with it, man. Yeah, DK, it's hard to tell, man. I'm excited for Death Knight, though. Speaking of alpha, found a way yesterday, email through Blizzard that I got invited to the alpha. Already heard it. Yeah. That's right, you heard it. I got War Within alpha now. Well, congrats. A lot of people got it up there. Got in, I guess it was a pretty big wave. Vault? Okay, we'll do the vault stuff. We'll get the vault out of the way. Just really quick. Gives me a second to like get all my background stuff done as well. I got every one of my characters with a vault, I'm pretty sure. I missed on my I missed out the Siege of Dragonbane Keep on my monk. I forgot that I had the character part. I just thought about it. Damn. Alright, look at this really quickly. I didn't get to open these yesterday. So we'll get them done now, Ski. Yeah. Also I need okay, I'll do this. I was in some Photoshop and some light Photoshopping earlier. I got busy doing the time walking stuff. I thought I'd be able to take care of all of it. A single wipe slowed me down a bit. What do I get? Stats, item level, I'll take it. Nothing crazy. Are assassination rogues or rogues in general less bloaty in War Within? I mean, you don't have to refresh Slice and Dice as much, so yes. That being said, well, I guess you also don't need to have, I feel like there's going to be more rogue changes over the next few weeks. I don't think they really got to really work on us so far. I feel like their focus recently has been Death Knight, Warlock. That's really about it. Mage, right? They've been really working on those, and they'll probably move on to other classes as time goes on. So rogues are usually towards the back of the line when it comes to any class changes whatsoever. Unless we're like plan to get some major rework like we did for 10.2 when we got an actual like sizable rework as the Demon Hunters, so they gave us a lot of time. Usually our class dev, which is the same class dev for Demon Hunters, usually that guy gets around to us towards like the end. I don't know what it is, just with rogues in particular, that's usually been the case. Usually we get like best for last kind of deal. Or at least that's my copium, best for last, right? Oh, this is definitely saying best for last, guys. It's definitely not going to be sweating bullets by the end of it. We're definitely going to get better. You know what I mean? Like, but as it's done right now, just not enough changes has been made to really say that, yeah, we definitely cut down a lot of our, rotational complexity. They've done some stuff here and there. Nothing crazy, nothing wild yet, but they did do a couple of things. Am I running this thing as a red, by the way? I think I am, right? Rat Paladin, Bromox, Haste Mastery. I mean, it's haste. I'll sim it all later. That's a nice item, though. Left for the hero talents. Rogue, I think. Literally, I think Rogue has only one of them is the Deathstalker. This guy didn't do anything. This guy did stuff. At the moment, I don't know which class. Class up to the 3rd. My Rogue and Druids are sure though. Wait, what? What do you mean? I don't know which class to up. Oh, for a 3rd character? Oh. I'd say like a Warlock or a Death Knight are looking pretty high for War Within. So like if you want to play one of those, I'd say Warlock and Death Knight are looking pretty good, honestly. Death Knight's got a really fun hero spec to him, so I think you'll enjoy it. Cloak. Avoidance though. That's good. And stats. Wow. I've been starting to play this thing with a little bit of Fire Mage just because I know Arcane is not going to play the same. So it's either I just don't want to play Arcane and keep playing the same Arcane because I know it's only going to get better in the next expansion. So it's almost like I'm giving Arcane a bit of a break. I'm going to come back to it War Within or play it on the alpha, right? I don't want to have to relearn new Arcane, but also keep the habits of the old Arcane. I just kind of want to keep it one timeline of Arcane. So I'm just going to play a little bit of Fire because that's not really going to change that much. Except I'm going to be able to incorporate Frostfire Bolts in between of my cast. So it's all instant cast anyway. Want to say cheers for your content. I mean, Rogue, loving live. Hell yeah, Moto. Thank you for watching the content. Appreciate you, my guy. What do I need? A helm or what? I have a shoulder. I have a helm. I don't have gloves. I have a pair of pants. Apparently my tier for Rogue, not Rogue, for Hunter, I'm gonna go Helm just because it's a higher item level in Hero Track. Apparently you don't really want to get survival tier items until you get them at really high item level because they're just not that good. Oh, let's see, got avoidance too. Although you know what, that's actually pretty good. I'll see if I can maybe catalyze that. Also, I love the onesie. What do you guys think? It's even got a butt flap and everything. They basically brought the, what is it, a variation of the onesie they had of the Yeti, but instead it's a Murloc onesie. I love it. I think it was great. Do you think beta should be pretty soon, Dal? What tells you beta is soon? Yeah, I don't really know. I need to take a look at the, like the calendar. I think the calendar will say whether beta is soon or not. I was about to ask, like, how do I get around Dalaran? But it's like, dude, I played Legion. And this is exactly the same Dal. New me, same Dal. If a hunter seems bad compared to season 3, why did it win? I think it came down to the people remembered like the flexibility of that tier set and how strong it was. But also I don't think a lot of people really enjoyed playing around Bombardier or Kill Spear. I feel it's probably fair to say that depending on the class, depending on the spec of hunter you play, so survival hunters, there's probably like a bit of a mix and match in the community where some like the whole, you know, Mungus Bite spam build, while the others like, you know, having complexity of abilities. That's huge, actually. Speed is massive. Would have loved Leech in this thing, but I'll take it. Stats are, I don't even know if those are good, but just more stats is better. At least from a healer perspective, that's huge. And it replaces, does it actually replace the exact same ring? Sentry, it actually is the same ring. I keep doing that to myself. For some reason, every time I replace an item, I'm not really replacing, I'm just upgrading to a higher item level version of that item. Yeah, it's a good question. I think it came down to people having good memories of that tier set because it was strong back then. And people I don't think want to keep playing with the spear because some people found playing with spear a little too jank. Okay, I'm Alliance. I looked at my Draenei, I was like, wait, am I not Horde? Because I'm red? No. I'm Alliance still. I'm dumb. Let me go see if I get anything good on this guy. I actually been playing my Shaman a little bit here and there. I like this class a lot. I'm wondering if like Elia enhancement are gonna get like any class specific changes or spec specific changes in the War Within, or if it's just gonna be hero specs between all of them or whatever. Seen the catalyst for weapons? I did not know. What's that about? I've been busy. I've been working a lot, so I got like 2 projects that I cranked out recently. I don't want that weapon, do I? I have gloves, don't I? What kind of gloves do I have? I mean, I'm gonna make him tier anyway. Do I just take a coin at this point? Am I actually about to take a coin? Because I'm not about to take this weapon. I need a better shield, but like I'm not about to take this weapon, even though it's decent stats. Because I got Vakash, right? I'm not about to take gloves because I already have gloves. I don't really need them. I think we're actually taking our first dud. Oh no, dude. Oh no. We're actually dud city. No. No. What can I get out of it? Wormcrest? Sockets? I guess I'll just do sockets. Filial duty? Actually, we do have a perfect socket for it. That's actually big value. Look at that. Socket on this thing because I'm never going to unequip it. I can put even more mastery on that thing too. Which I think I will, just to make sure I'm going to be a little bit over mastery, but like, maybe haste gem, maybe haste mastery. Haste heavy, with a little bit of mastery on the side. That'll probably be a little bit better. Because I'm not going, at least as long as I don't go over 90, 89% mastery, because you don't really need more than that. Just a little over, but it's okay. It's okay. There's actually not that much over. But this gives me a little bit more like breathing room too with this as well. That actually works out for me. And I need to do more stuff to upgrade it. I need to do like a full normal run this week. Evoker, and then should be Rogue, and I'm actually no Rogue will do open the box. Got nothing good. I think I got a chest that I catalyzed, and then I got gloves from raid, so I got full mythic gear for tier. I just need to get actual mythic pants. But I think I can only get this from M+, unless we get it from Razzie, the good old Razzle Dazzle. Remix is not today. Remix is Thursday, which is tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, today's Wednesday. That's tomorrow. Really? Am I gonna have to take another dud? Oh man. Tell me I have like a good ring or something that I could put a socket into. Actually, I do. I have 2 competitors. 2 competitors. You know what? That'll work. That's an item level increase. I'm never going to take those rings off, no matter which spec I play. This is fantastic rings for either one. So, it could have been worse. I don't even know what sockets I needed. I'm going to figure it out later. I don't even know what gem I need for this guy. Alrighty. Now we can go do alpha stuff. Okay, boys? Now we can go do alpha stuff. Now we can be actual alpha gamers in here, boys. Hey dude, was wondering if you were planning to do a breakdown video for the Warrior Hero Specs Talents. I already have that. Already got it. It's already on the channel. It's been there for a bit now. I don't remember when exactly I made it, but I made it a little bit ago. But it is there. Want me to find it for you? But if you peep the channel, you should be able to find it, I imagine, pretty quickly, I imagine. But yeah, I went over exactly what the playstyles are. They have been doing some updates. What I can do is I can go over them here in the, on stream if you want to. But actually, I kind of do want you to go watch the video. I'll take an extra view. If you can do that for me, that'd be great. Or we could do both, right? I can go over here, but then you should go back and watch the video just to give the extra view, you know what I mean? We can do both. We can do both. Yeah, I am going to play Remix. That is tomorrow, though. Realized today the tier list Tier sets really limit your build choices. You can only play certain pieces, and not all the pieces have the same stat options, so it's virtually decides to build for you. Fake depth. Wait, what do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean with tier? I mean like trying to figure out if you want to have like an off-piece gloves, off-piece helm, off-piece legs, or you mean like how the tier pieces, the bonuses, make you play certain talents. What do you mean by that? Hold on a second. I also need, what is it that I need? I need this. And beautiful. All right, here we are. I really just like to see some Fury mounted thing gameplay is a spec that got me really interested. I'd be down for that, yeah. I'd be down for that. With that being said, what class do you guys want to take a look at? Creation Catalyst converts weapons in War Within. Hold on. Speak to Custodian. Like Catalyst referred to the game as Matrix Catalyst. Ability to affect weapons appears to be a function. Relic Catalyst imbue weapons, imbue armor with hidden power category hidden. The suggestion is not only system of power, but instead allowing players to catalyze weapons in a similar manner, converting them to similarly named no bonus. I don't get why it's a big deal. Is this a big deal? It just means it can catalyze weapon. I mean, maybe if it gives you like good secondary stats or better than what you normally would have. Oh, you got the Glorin. What the hell is that? The High Blade of the Silver Hand. What is it called? Glorin Zelg? I don't even know, dude. I feel like I mispronounced that super hard. But that's awesome. Big Pogs. What class did you get it on just now? Yeah, I don't know. Catalyzing weapons, I guess that's cool. It's kind of okay. It's okay. Maybe useful depending on the class, depending on your catalyst item. Also, why do you get so many pings, man? Look over to the side. I got pings. Crafting? I'm not gonna go back to live to craft items. Wait, am I the only LA leather worker too? I'll do it before the raid. I'm not gonna do it now. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me do the let me do some testing for the warlock. While I'm at it, chat. What class would you want to be? What class do you want tested right now? What class would you want to see on the alpha? I want to do some desert testing really quickly for my boy Soul. But yeah, let me know what class you guys want to see, and we'll kind of move on from there afterwards. We got demonology warlock stuff. Oh, we gotta run delve too. We got demonology warlock stuff to take a look at. I really want to take a look at the. Did I place a hearth here? No, I need to. Well, no, I could probably do capital city. I need to flight path it because I can't fly here. It's all kinds of jank at the moment. Nothing I can do about it. But we can at least fly back to the main city. Also, these griffin things are gorgeous. Although his head looks a little bit too high up, but maybe it's normal. It just looks like his neck's kind of broken. Shaman drop. Yeah, Shaman drop yesterday. We took a look at him a little bit. I got a video out on the Shaman. Essentially, totemic, kind of nuts. It's got to probably go through a couple of changes. I can already see some issues as restoration totemic. But enhancement sounds pretty cool. None of the talents really work except for like the main ability. So a lot of it is like still up in the air, like trying to kind of use my imagination to imagine how that's all going to work out. But I like what they got going on so far. I look at it pretty positively. That's just me. Have the least Shaman hero talents? Yes, they have. Yeah, all of them are out. Not all of them are functional. Not every talent is functional, but the entire thing is basically working, yes. And I'm going to do one of these. I'm going to get the hell away. Because for some reason, when I walk through certain mobs, I have PvP enabled for a second. And then the guards start attacking me. So I almost like gotta avoid certain parts of town. Otherwise it's bugged and it keeps flipping on PvP for me. So I'm just gonna... I think it's whenever I'm near these guys. Because they're like the... what are they called? They actually have a cauldron? So these guys are like the dudes in the Alliance of the Horde area of Dalaran. And I think when you walk near them, something about them being here in town, because they're normally in a Horde only area or Alliance only area, and like it's a switch that flips for your character for like a second, turning on PvP. And the guards get hostile if they're near you. So I think it's just I gotta avoid those guys at the very least. But I hope it's Stormbringer ends up working out for her hands. Still don't really want to rely on Lava, Aesthetic, Ice Strikes. I think Ice Strikes are still going to be part of it. Lava Lash, you probably could go for a less of a Lava Lash build with that one, like most of the Lightning Bolt stuff. But I think it's still part of the identity though, right? I don't think that really changed too much. Like there's going to be certain things that are core to the playstyle. I don't think it really changes that much. Still do the dungeon with a Warlock? We do. I'm gonna queue up for one. If we get one, we'll get one. But I'm gonna queue up for one. I'm gonna try it. So Soul really wanted for me to try a build, and I'm gonna try this for him. I'm actually gonna do one of these. I'm gonna take the whole right side of the tree. He was trying to find out if you can chain multiple demons, like greater demons, back to back. So he's wondering if you can just do a Rain of Fire build to chain a bunch of them. I'm gonna try it. With this? Okay. And it's all about just chaining as many Rain of Fires just so you can get in like a bunch of demons back to back with Diabolist. And for Diabolist, this one, that's fine. And I gotta sacrifice a demon? Okay, that works. So you basically head over to the dummies. You hit them all with Cataclysm, Infernal, spam Rain of Fire to see if you can chain multiple demons in a row. That's what he's wondering essentially. I'm gonna do this just to make this a little bit better. Turnip. The best trained dummy ever. I'm gonna try this. We're gonna do one of these. I'm just gonna Rain of Fire and just spam a bunch of Rain of Fires. I don't know if it's still bugged or not, but he's basically seeing like, can you chain multiple demons in a row? Okay, so we're able to chain Shivara, but wait, can I actually chain multiple demons? Oh, you can. Hold on, I still banked this, right? I have Ruination, and I'm chaining to get another demon. You totally can. Okay, you totally can. You totally can. So what I can do is to do this. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. I'm just so I have a recording for him, right? I'm gonna try to see if I can get a bunch of resources. I chain a demon, right? I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe... I really need more Rain of Fires, wouldn't I? Okay. I'm gonna do this. I got it. I got it. So what I'm gonna try to do is for him, I'm gonna try to chain demons so I can have the Ruination. So you can definitely get a Pit Lord combined together. So you can definitely do that, right? I have Pit Lord out right now. Pit Lord is blasting, he's doing his thing. And have Ruination banked up, right? So I can basically chain into an Overlord. Right? I got an Overlord soon. Okay, never mind. That didn't really work as well as I wanted to. But you can basically chain a bunch of demons together. Well, wait, Cataclysm a baseline? No. It still is a talent. Although this should be baseline. I feel like the button should be baseline. I feel like the button should be baseline. Okay, well I got all my demons almost here. So I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna AFK. I'm actually gonna... I can't right click it, can I? Yeah. So he's trying to see if you can cast down Diabolic Ritual and how many Pit Lords you can get in a row, basically. How many of those Pit Lord abilities, or how many of them you can like chain together so you can use one into the next, right? Because right now I got a Mother of Chaos basically banked up and ready to go for 43 seconds. So my next Soul Shard Spender is just gonna summon a Mother of Chaos. So I'm gonna try to see if I can basically chain a bunch of demons at once to see how many of those demon abilities I can have overlapping, right? I think what you can do is you can easily have the Pit Lord proc, then you can have the Overlord proc. Overlord leaps in, cleaves, you send out the Pit Lord ability. Overlord puts a debuff so you take 5% more damage. You send in the big Overlord ability or Pit Lord ability. That's something you could probably chain. So I'm gonna do this just so I can send the video to Soul and so it doesn't like take up too much of my what would the word be? But like too much memory? I don't really know. I'm just gonna build up a bunch of resources, right? And I'm gonna Cataclysm, pop pets, and see how many of those demons I can chain, right? How many of those effects I can chain. I'm gonna send them the footage. Boys ready? Chain. Chain again. Chain again. So we got Pit Lord, right? He is active. I'm gonna chain. I have Pit Lord active now. I'm gonna try to see if I can get another one going. I could get an Overlord, like chain them two together really, really closely. Right? Overlord is in. Overlord does his thing. And I have to do the Pit Lord real quickly. So I can get a Mother of Chaos. Question is, can I get a Pit Lord? Not really. So you can chain like two demons together. But the Mother of Chaos and her buff, as well as her uptime, is very, very short. Pit Lord is out. Look at him. What a beauty. What an amazing big boy. Love it. Right? We got him up and running. Trying to get an Overlord going here too. When I get a chance. If I have enough resources to go quick enough. Try to Cataclysm again. Yep, Overlord is in. He's leaping in, and you can chain that together. Oh, I lost the buff. You gotta go quick, yeah. You gotta go quick, so you can't really do it that quickly. Alright. Well, with that, if I can give him the footage, I want to see if the Discord will even let me. Which one is this one? Which is the new one? It's a minute. I don't even know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna see if it uploads. I'm gonna see if Discord let it upload. Because otherwise that'll work. Hold on a second. Alright. Alright, well I'm gonna let it upload for a bit. It should be baseline. I believe Cataclysm should be baseline and Havoc should be baseline. Like, I am over Havoc being a talented ability. It's so iconic to destruction. Look. Look. If they can make demonology, let him grab, implosion, demon doggos, all of these things with the new revamp they've gotten, and they could do that stuff with dot play stuff for Affliction, they can give Destro some breathing room, man. Some breathing room, right? All these should be choices, but like should be easier to catch up. And this baseline, it's iconic to the spec. It's so cool. I love it. It's a great ability. I was wondering from all of you tested would be top 3 specs recommended currently for hero talents. For hero talents in general, you mean like across all classes? At all of them? All right, hear me out. I got a couple of them. For Warlock, easily, Hellcaller, Affliction, but you can play Destruction if you want to. The reason why I love Hellcaller or Affliction, not Soul Harvester, that's a cool one. Doesn't match up to Hellcaller. Hellcaller, damage over time. So what Wither does is a new dot that you get. That's a main ability called Wither. Replaces corruption. It's really cool. You know why? You know what? It's been a long time coming since Affliction Warlock been heavy on dots. You know why? Let me see if I can do this for you real quick. Let's find the best Warlock out there in the logs, right? This guy is a rank 1 log Warlock. I'm not gonna try to put him on blast or nothing. I'm just gonna showcase single target fight Warlock, biggest Giga Blaster. What is their damage as Affliction? Right? What is their damage profile as Affliction? Senkai. That'll work out. Amazing. Got 100% parse. Woo-wee. Alright? Okay, so look at a Warlock. Bring it with me. What AC is the top damage ability? Malefic Rapture. Technically, you could say that, well, Soul Rod. My problem with Affliction right now in the current live meta, it's so Soul Malefic Rapture heavy. It's not that heavy of a class. You could counter me with this, but Dal, you take the damage of Soul Rot, which is 11% of his damage, Unstable Affliction, 10% of his damage, Agony is about 10. Together, it's like 30% of his damage. Your 3 top dots do more damage than Malefic Rapture. And then you have Corruption doing like 5%. Little itty bitty Corruption. Siphon Life is there for 3. Vile Taint, a little bit of dot 2, right? But like, I want dots to be my top ability as Affliction. I want my dots to be the strongest thing in the world, and let other abilities be kind of there to like, let other abilities be there to supplement bonus damage, right? I want my dots to be the strongest thing ever, and I feel like for Affliction it's been so heavy on Malefic Rapture, dot damage haven't really been as cool, but then comes Hellcaller, which is going to change your Corruption to do instant damage, as well as 500,000, half a mil, Shadow Flame damage over time. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. It benefits from all the other talents that can buff Corruption, such as Absolute Corruption, such as Siphon Life, so if you want to have all these permadots in there, you could. And they all do quite a bit of damage. Exactly how much damage? Let me show you. Let me show you. Because it did some logging, just light logging, nothing crazy. Yeah, so this is like, for a delve run, who's doing a delve, your Wither's doing quite a number of damage. Even in single target, it is a significant amount of damage. Malefic Rapture is there, but it's mostly there to build up the damage of Wither, which I kind of feel like should have been the playstyle that Affliction Warlocks played around. I just did some big pulls there whenever I could. Agony does decent damage because it's also buffed by Hellcaller. Soul Rod does damage, which is decent, and plays it around the spec a little bit. I would say Affliction does okay in single target, but it's mostly there as a single target dot. But yeah, big fan of Hellcaller. I think it just allows Affliction Warlock's dots to shine. They're probably going to nerf it though. I wouldn't be surprised if they nerfed it. Wouldn't be surprised at all if they end up nerfing it. Would be a little bit sad about it too, honestly. But like, I like the dot damage of it a ton. I think it's really cool. I'm a big fan. Huge fan of it. I don't really know. Yeah, Hellcaller I think would be easily one of the specs I'm super excited for as a hero spec. Another one I'd be excited for is, I think I like the Herald of the Sun Paladin for Holy as well as Red. It's really fun, it's really simple, it's really effective. The linking that you do between enemies every time you Wake of Ashes is a Red Paladin because that procs wings now if you count correctly. It's really fun, and I like it for Holy too. I think it opens up the ability for you to play melee Paladin, plus having healing over time and a bunch of like healing abilities. It's fun, it has a bit of that like, you could kind of prep for a type of gameplay, like you can what am I trying to say here? You can, when I say prep for it, like you could prep a bunch of HOTS ahead of time. Am I not Wither on this thing? I am wrong. I was thinking of Hellcaller on this thing. I was gonna override those dots because it'll keep ticking out forever and ever and ever, and it just gives me like permanent resources, which is not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to replace those dots because it's perma corruptions, but also applied to Wither, and I'll just sit there forever and ever and ever. I'll be in combat for ages to come. If I had to name a third one that I really like, I wish it was one of the rogue ones for now, but rogues just don't really work right now. Where is it pretty cool? Mage. But for mages, I gotta say it's either Frostfire Mage, Frostfire Fire Mage, or Suncaller Fire Arcane, whichever one you want to. Because that bird, the Phoenix, is awesome. It's so good. It's so strong. And I love the way that it plays around your burst. I just like it. It's so complements the mage super well. And I feel like it's a good design of like a hero spec, right? You get this moment to shine, but for the most part, it doesn't really change the rotation in a crazy way. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of recommendations for hero specs, but if I had to say the ones that I like the most, these are the ones I like a lot. Next. It's actually really cool to see seems like Blizzard has tried to stop dots. Most of the dot classes feel like they do upfront damage. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, I feel like for a while, Blizzard has felt that, it just felt like the class design has been very allergic to damage over time classes, right? Very allergic to dots. Because dots can get out of control. But hold on, but look, what's cool about Hellcaller, even as Destro, right, which I think all of us can agree, Destro is a very bursty class. It's all about big chaos bolts, raining fire upon your foes. Very much burst damage, not really sustained damage. But you can even make the dot heavy Hellcaller work for Destro. And like your dots are a huge portion of damage, because then Chaos Bolt is there for damage. But then Chaos Bolt is used to amp up your Wither damage. And Wither can like double tick dots with those two Withers, because you plus Malevolence, and basically gives you a bunch of haste and causes all of your dots to like tick down or whatever. Let me write to Sol real quick. So here is an example of what that looks like. Basically, you can chain a pit lord and use his ability inside of Overlord 5% debuff window, but Mother of Chaos is harder to chain here. Maybe with better haste gear and bloodlust you can chain a few of those, but most of the value that you from demons is the modified ability they give, not the demon damage. Oh, it's at least on PvE logs. Here we go. That should hopefully give him a little bit of info how that all looks and plays like. Yeah, so let me go back to this. So yeah, so what class do we test? Take a look at next, boys. I'll let you guys decide what class do you want to see, what class do you want to explore, because we got a bunch of them. Let me actually give you an idea, right? I feel like Spellslinger Frost is going to be a sleeper build. Yeah, I think so too. Spellslinger is very, very passive, but I think you guys are gonna, like, whoever plays Spellslinger, I think actually once you get a hang of it, I think you'll enjoy it. I actually like Spellslinger a lot myself. I first thought, oh, it's gonna be very, very passive. And yeah, it is passive, but it doesn't like try to reinvent the wheel. It just amplifies what Frost and Arcane already do well in, and it just gives you a little bit more value in the things you do well. It just reinforces what is built and like enhances the playstyle that exists. It doesn't make it change like your rotation entirely altogether. Thoughts on Affliction Dungeons and M+ content from the rework? I think it could do really, really well. I mean, Wither does a ton of damage. That being said, it's not tuned. Nothing is really tuned with final numbers yet. I like it a lot though. I feel like just being able to apply your dots is where majority of damage comes from, and being able to ramp up those wither dots, it's satisfying and it's good. And every time I play it in dungeons, I just focus on putting dots on everything. And if you can make a perma wither on top of it, it's great. It's awesome. There's a little bit of a bug with the dark layer on single target because it basically prolongs wither, but if you already have a perma wither, it like bugs out and sometimes becomes a 3-second wither, so you have to reapply it, but like otherwise it's fine. It's really good overall though. Are locations of war within big? I'd say the zones are fairly large, yeah. If you want me to do like a flyby of all the zones, because you could do a full-on fly from Kazagar down into Ringen Deeps and then fly through it, into Hollowfall further down, and then further depths into Ashka. It's not really like wide in terms of like, you know how the continents of Dragonflight, like you can go south, north, east, west from like Theldraszus and you can explore places, and it's verticality. In War Within, it's more vertical, right? Where in War Within, it's like big zones with a little bit of tops and lows. Like, but in War Within, it's like you have the big zone, Kazagar, and then you have Ringen Deeps under that, and then Hollowfall is to the side of that, but pretty large, and then a pretty big like pit of Ashka. But it's more vertical, right? You can fly all the way from the top all the way down to the depths. It takes a while, but you can still do it. Yeah, they're pretty sizable. I think Ringen Deeps is one of the smaller zones, but it's solid enough. Hollowfall is massive, Ashka is pretty massive, and the first zone is pretty large too. I feel like if I had to rank them, Ringen Deeps is probably the smallest, the first zone you're in is probably a little larger than that, second smallest, not small, but second smallest if you had to rank them. Probably Hollowfall or Ashka is one of the bigger ones, one of those two. I don't know, I don't really know, I didn't really compare them in terms of that much, you know what I mean? Yeah. Does Mother of Chaos incinerate modifies? Yes, a Mother of Chaos scales with incinerate damage. Uses base incinerate to proc the modified version, so you can giga buff it. You should make Affliction Warlock into Helgathar this season, actual dirty. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really want to play Affliction Warlock of live just because it's going to get better in War Within, and it's almost like makes you not want to play it. This is why I'm a Warlock on live. I'm playing as Destra because Demo is going to look so different. You know? Monk. Do we take a look at monks? Hold on. Let me take a look at the classes that got actually new stuff this week. I'll let you guys decide it here. Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. We'll take a look at those first, I think. And then once we get through everything, we can start literally taking a look at whatever you guys want. All right. So yesterday we took a look at Death Knight. Druid got new stuff for hero talents. And their talents are very different, a little different too. Mages got some hero talent stuff. Paladin's got a few new things, but nothing crazy. Warlock's got a lot of new stuff, demonology in particular. Warrior hero talents also looking a little different too, so we can do that. Warrior hero talents, Druid hero talents, Mage hero talents, or do you want to see the Warlock rework? What was for Monk actually, if there's anything? Okay, I can show off Monk. I feel like there's just not a lot to show, because one of the hero talents just doesn't really work, or at least feels like doesn't really work. I started looking at the hero talents for monks. I was a little disappointed. I feel like they're just not done though. What's the best right now? What's the best on the alpha when things are not tuned? I wouldn't be looking at alpha classes to decide like what you're gonna main next expansion. Definitely don't do that. You're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Like I could tell you, oh, Warlock is busted, but maybe because they're like overtuned, and some dev at some point is gonna be like, all right, let's bring you guys down to like a normal level. Somebody place an actual extra 0 here and there, and it's like I'm setting you up for disappointment, dude. You're not gonna play whatever you like. Play whatever you enjoy is gonna be the best. How did that sound, right? I'm doing that? Hell no. Hell no. Man, I might as well start like trolling people and setting them up for disappointment. Pick like whatever class is like the ickiest hero spec, the worst one of them all, and just start recommending that, huh? Just be like, oh, play Shadow and Monk, they're gonna be so good. And people are gonna play and be like, what is this? I do like no damage. And I'll be like, ha ha ha, my job here is done. Chaos created. That's what I should start doing. I gotta find out what's the worst and start recommending that. That's gonna be great. We played Fair for 16 years. We're within his first 6 pack. I'm 99% sure I'm gonna give it up. Druid of the Cloud is clearly good for bears. The Wildstalker is for Resto. Yeah, I do gotta take a look at the Druid though, don't I? Is that what you take a look at, boys? Anything less than a full spec rework isn't gonna fix the spec. You know what? You're probably right. Like if they could give Warlocks a whole new talent tree, they could probably do that for Feral Druids, man. Come on, like if you could have Wither Affliction Warlocks, you could probably do other stuff too, right? We could do stuff like that, man. Come on, Douglas. Alright, what do you guys want to see? Seriously, we got classes, we got warriors, we got warlocks, we got mages, we got druid stuff. What do you guys want? Think Fury Warrior has potential? I think so. Yeah, Warriors seems really fun. They actually changed a couple of stuff on hero specs. Druid and all of a sudden OP on live. It's pretty good on live, but it's like, I don't know if it's OP. Yeah, make Feral Druid summon cats, really dive into the pet fantasy of Druids. I don't know about that. Warlocks? Are we take a look at those guys? Let me start with those, man. Druid. I think at some point I do need to take a look at Druid, right? We'll do Druid. We'll do Druid. We'll throw him in a Khazalgar. We'll do all that other stuff. Catweave. Tell me this character's already set up, man, so I can just take him to Khazalgar. I just want to hit some trained dummies. Because I have not been able to really mess around with the hero specs too much, and I feel like I just need to brave into all of it. It's a lot of specs for me to take a look at, man. Oh yeah, they changed some of the things in the challenge tree, didn't they? What's new? What's new for Feral? Resourceful Hunter Leech is gone, but you get Rampant Ferocity. So apparently that's going to be how you're going to cleave as a Feral. They no longer have a thing where you consume your dots. So that's going to be interesting. Let's craft a Feral build real quick. Probably a Rake. Probably a Shred. Yep, that seems good. Apparently that's going to be how you cleave now. Target sphere increases your haste, energy recovery by 20%. I mean, that seems kind of sort of good. Is that different too? It just lasts 5 initial seconds? Wasn't it every time you spend energy, you like increases duration? Or am I wrong about that? Infected wounds into a bite. So this is buffs bite and buffs it by additional percent during Target's Fury. So I think that will combine together with Rampant Ferocity, okay. Rip and Rake. Bite has a chance to bite again. I kind of want to just go Lion Strength. What do you play then? Do I just play the bigger bites? Put 1 point. I don't even know what you play, man. I think you gotta play into bites if you're gonna play Druid of the Claw. Because there's like a whole bite focused playstyle with Ravage. Auto attacks have a chance to make an X versus bite a Ravage. Don't I want haste actually? Hold on, what gives me haste? Actually I got all the towns that give me haste. Or potentially can give me haste. We're going to bite build and the cat everyone prefers bleeds. So they explained it too. They basically are like, okay, right now with the way that you play bleeds, you end up basically reapplying rip over and over and over and over and over again because you do the primal wrath that consumes bleeds. But they kind of want you to maintain bleeds and then use other abilities to like do damage. So their process thought process right now is didn't they actually write about us? Yeah, Rampant Ferocity Restore, replacing Resourceful Hunter versus bite deals damage per account points spent to nearby enemies affected by a rip. And I think they talked about it before in the blue post where they wanted to kind of let the bleeds be something you maintain, but not something you have to keep consuming and just spamming, right? So you want to reapply bleeds and focus on maintaining them, but not to like constantly keep spamming Primal Wrath over and over for damage. Mostly just, basically Primal Wrath is your payload to deliver dots. But I guess it's kind of like Warlock, right? They gave you Seed so you could put up corruptions, but then they gave you like Malefic Rapture to do damage itself. So maybe that's what they're trying to go for, right? Maybe that's what they're aiming for. No longer getting resets and bleeding enemy dies. Yeah, that's gonna be a little rough, I think. I guess maybe you could take Tireless Energy just to get a bit more energy regen. But yeah, at most you could just get this. Yeah, no longer getting Predator resets. Yeah, they really want for Feral Druids to play around a very strict cooldown on Tiger's Fury. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll work out, but like it buffs your damage by 21%, which is sizable. I mean, this is like, I don't know, maybe it'll be okay, but it's like Warlocks and Demo Bolts, right? You can't get Demonic Cores nearly as much, so your Demo Bolts uptime is going to be a little bit more trash. We'll queue for a dungeon, otherwise I can run a Delve and see how this thing plays. Because Delves are actually kind of, at least like for max level characters like Delves in this area when they upscaled, they're actually kind of tough. I think they might have done something with Delves in terms of their scaling. I'll put regrowth on my bars. It feels weird otherwise. Yeah, what I was really excited for is the fluid form with the bear weaving thing. I don't know if that still works super well, but I really wanted to make that work. I don't know if it works anymore. Go back to bite builds? Yeah, I know. But like, they have this Ravage version which does like damage in an arc, but also like cleave damage or whatever. Inflicts bleed that causes additional damage, reducing damage enemies deal to you by 5%. First bite damage increased by 5%, primal damage. Dark damage increased by 50%. So maybe you still will start spamming Primal Wrath in certain situations. Wait, hold on. Oh, plus rip. Okay, so it does have instant damage plus rip. So how much damage is this in general? Baseline 30, but if you spend extra energy, up to 100% more. Yeah, maybe in like huge AoE situations you'll spam Primal Wrath, but you're walking away from it. I think the funnel playstyle with Rampant Ferocity, for most classes having funnel AoE is probably better than raw AoE. Because then you can focus on the most primary target while still doing free cleave damage to everything around you, right? Funnel damage is considered really good at the high-end content, so Rampant Ferocity maybe will be okay in that regard. Anticipating word duration, brutal slash mingle, critical strike chance increased by 8. I mean, that's good. Cooldown fire funds are reduced by 5%, 5 seconds. Nah. Ravage increased agility by 5%. Armor ignored by Iron Fur. First target's fear after entering combat. Makes the next person by become Ravage. Or Ravage increase your auto attack speed by 20%. I mean, that could be good to get more procs. Every finisher move, Shred, Thrash, or Brutal Slash, you can extend duration of Dreadful Wounds by up to maximum 6 seconds. Jim Berserk, Shred, Brutal Slash, and Thrash have a 20% chance to make your next versus bite become Ravage. So basically more Ravages. When transforming into Bear Cat, you retain 80% of the bear form armor. For 6 seconds after transforming bear form, you heal for 10% of damage taken in 8 seconds. After entering bear form, you heal for 8% damage taken. When transforming from bear to cat, you retain armor. Or 8 seconds after entering bear form, you heal for 10% damage taken over 8 seconds. Okay, so it seems mostly for like bear weaving. I do want to see if the bear weaving thing kind of more or less works better. Works a little bit better. Oh yeah, I need to do a big bite. Oh yeah, I need to be biting. I do need to be biting though. I'll rebleed here. Freebie bite. Another freebie bite. That's essentially what they were like thinking that Ferals should be doing. I guess having a more consistency around like your Tiger's Fury windows is probably okay. But yeah, not being able to get as many resets is kind of lame, not gonna lie. Okay, so do I have the bear thing, by the way? Where am I next? Next bite deals additional damage? Okay. Mangle, right? How hard did I hit for? Because it did get consumed. Where's Mangle? A bit Mangle. So that doesn't seem to actually do anything, right? So the way that this talent works is Shred, Brutal Slash, grant Earth Sign potential. When you have 8 stacks next to someone to bear form, your next Mangle or Swipe deals 100% increased damage and generates additional rage. So I don't really know if that's gonna work well, but okay, let's just see if I can just build it up, right? Just gonna build it. I don't want to do too many bleeds though. I just want to see if it can actually do decent damage. That's all I want to know. Okay, so 8 stacks, right? So then I go bear form. And then I hit that Mangle. 18k crit. So this is going to be like 9k non-crit. It's like a shred worth of damage. I don't even know if it's worth it then. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's good at all. What about Swipe? What is it, Swipe? I don't think it's working properly. I feel like that should be a huge Mangle ability, right? You should get a huge Maul. Or is it Mangle or Maul? It's Mangle, right? Yeah, I feel like I should do a ton of damage. Generates 120 extra rage. I just don't know what you're gonna do with the rage then. Right? And a bear from when you have Swipe, you do also have Brutal Slash as bear. So that will hit for 63 or 29, so about 30k each. Which is the same. Well, no, hold on. It's actually more in bear. Hold on, Swipe is actually worth Brutal Slash and bear. I mean, Brutal Slash and bear hits for 30k. Otherwise, it hits for 14k in cat. So at least there's like some value there, right? Pop in a bear form for a second. Big old Swipe. But that ability should hit like a truck. I don't think it's working properly, or I don't think it's scaled well. Because the idea is like they added this new talent here called Fluid Form, where when you shred or rake, you instantly go cat form. When you go in bear form, or Mangle, you instantly go bear. So like you should be able to like shred, Mangle, back to shred, and you just don't stop your rotation, right? I haven't stopped my rotation at all. At all. So that's what essentially it's supposed to be. You build it, waiting for a bite, right? Build it, Mangle, back of the cat. Ideally, right? Ideally, that's what it's supposed to be. Ideally, but it doesn't seem to be doing enough damage to like justify it for now, which kind of sucks. The Swipe works. The Mangle just does no damage, but like I would like that to just be able to go in a bear form, big old Mangle, and get out of there. if they made it look super satisfying, I think they would have to make it like hit super hard. Like, what am I level? 71. I don't know. It got to be like a bite, but like more. Also, I think it'd be cool if mangles in cat, right? When you play Druid of the Claw, also work for rampant. Make it just like a gigabyte, right? Mangle, but a big old bite or something. Or just remove the mangle part out of this and just make it bear swipe, right? Your bear swipe does a ton of damage. Then I'll just mangle, bear swipe with brutal slash, then back into shred with cat. I'll do that. I think as long as the damage is fine, I'll be very happy. Otherwise, I think you just play this and you're just gonna get boring, just 5% more damage. Is affecting combo points new or just notice? I mean, like the actual combo point generation. So that was added, like they redid the way the combo point and like resources, all that stuff, all that works. Like with cat, it's like a claw mark, right? They changed and did this in like a recent update for in Dragonflight, I think it was, right? Yeah, so like the actual animations for combo point building. I mean, yeah, that's in recent memory. I'm pretty sure it's been like this for a bit, but it's only happened in the recent expansion. I guess is the best way to put it, right? Best way to explain it. But yeah, it's kind of sort of newish. Do you get this combo points from when you swipe and mingle and bear? Do I get combo points when I swipe and mingle? Hold on, I actually could find out, right? So I spend my dots, right? No combo points. We go bear form, burst slash once, burst slash twice. No combo points now. No combo points. So this normally does like 20 in cat, 21 bear, so about the same, but it actually does get buffed up by this by quite a bit. The other one, not really. Mangle used to hit like a truck though. If they can make Mangle hit like a truck, or at least cleave like hit like a truck and cleave to other targets nearby, I think it'd be awesome. Otherwise, you go for like a big swipe, right? Big old bear roar. I think that would look cool. HP counter going 5 million like a Legion. Blizzard may cut it off. I think it is gonna go up. I think they're just gonna let it scale up, and then it'll do a shrink or a squish once War Within comes out. Or not War Within. They'll probably do a squish in Midnight, the expansion after War Within, as part of the trilogy or whatever. But this said, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be doing a squish like mid-expansion or anything like that, so I wouldn't expect one. Oh, this guy hits. Wait, question, does this guy hit? Because I have Stone Fist. Is he gonna fight back? No. But he is gonna dodge. And he's got Skull, so like he'll actually act like a level 80 enemy. Wait, does he hit? No, he doesn't attack. What about you? Do you fight back? He just roars. Okay, he hits. Okay. Alright. Understood, sir. Never again. Sorry for bothering you. I got put in my place real quick. Holy. Might work out. Okay, honestly. Big Demi and big resources. I'm gonna do next song. I just got smacked for all my health. I thought, oh, this guy, he is not gonna touch a fly. He just roars at me. What about you? Would you hit me? Ah, immediately, just put in my place. Immediately, wasn't even a question. Love it. But yeah, with cat form, they also changed a couple of things with the. Did I close it? No, I didn't. I'm actually a genius. Wow. I never actually messed around with Wildstalker. I'm gonna give Wildstalker a quick look-see, because I barely looked at it, but apparently they changed a bunch of stuff with it. I'm just gonna look at it with fresh eyes, man. So Wildstalker, your main ability. Rake and Rip damage has a chance to cause Bloodseeker vines to grow on the victim, dealing extra bleeds over 4.8 seconds. While Growth and Regrowth healing has a chance to grow symbiotic blooms. Neat. Rip and Ferocity versus bite damage increased by 5%. Tiger's Fury attack it from Prowl increases the chance of shred, bite to crit. So basically more combo points. Damage and healing while in cat form is increased. Moonfire stun for damage increase. I wonder if that makes me want to play Moonfire cat. Can you play Sunfire as a cat? When you remove an effect with Soothe, remove corruption, gain combo points. I like that. Enemies pulled into a vortex of rooted in place or during bark skin and movement speed is increased. I'll do that. Healing receive is increased. Regrowth healing yourself is increased. Bloodseeker vines of symbiotic blooms grow. They have a 20% chance to cause another growth of the same type to go in a valid nearby target, or when you gain or lose target sphere, your next single target ability causes a vine to grow immediately. Bloodseeker thorns expire. You use first bite on their target. They explode in thorns, dealing physical damage to nearby enemies. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit more of that. Hey, here's a reason to bite. Maybe that's why they changed this to be more bite heavy. Each time Bloodseeker vines increases damage or abilities deal by 2%. Lasts 2 seconds. Then inflicted Bloodseeker vines. They jump to nearby valid target with mini duration. Why we do this? Increase the damage of your abilities affected by 10%. So this one seems like it's just going to be passive. I don't even think I'd want to change my build. Although I wonder if... Question. Is this going to work well in cat form? Or is this going to take me out of cat form? Anybody know? Is this going to take me out of cat form? Because I know in bear form I think they changed it so you could actually use it in bear. Or am I stupid? No, it takes you out. I think for bear form they did change it so you can't use it in bear form though. Maybe I'm dumb. Although with this buffing Moonfire, I wonder if you want to go Moonfire. Because your mastery now supports Moonfire. I don't think I'm going to do Moonfire. I don't think it's just one talent point to do it. I don't think it's worth. Sunfire and Bear now? I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, let me double check. Pretty sure it lets you. Maybe it's just an alpha thing, but let me try. I could be dumb. Man, I have to set up talents. Okay, I'm just gonna drop whatever random ones in. Okay, I'm just gonna do whatever. Here I go. No, never mind. I don't know why I thought we could do Sunfire and Bear for him. I don't know why I thought that. Was it a hero talent maybe? Was it a new talent maybe? Okay, maybe I made it up. For some reason I was convinced you could. But maybe I read a talent wrong and I just assumed. You ever do that? You ever read something and you're like, oh, okay, maybe that's what this means, and you just roll with it like it's truth? That's probably what I did. Did not mean to be malicious. Definitely not trying to be malicious here. Alright, Bloodseeker vines. Let's see how you do. So I got all my vines. Are they growing? I'm gonna see my vines grow. Oh, here's a go. Here's a vine. You can't even see them. There's like a debuff. Yeah, this is a lame hero spec. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna sugarcoat it. This thing, I mean, I guess it does a bit of damage here and there. Bloodseeker vines. But in terms of gameplay, it does nothing for you. I guess it does give me like damage increases here and there. It makes you want to put up bleeds on everything. But that's really about it. Like I was going to do that as a feral anyway. I guess there are thorns that you do see kind of spawn, but they're like very, 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 very faint. Right? It's very, 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 very faint. I got symbiotic blooms. Do they look like anything at all? I mean, flowers. Hold on. Do these look like anything at all? Symbiotic blooms. Well, it bloomed. Okay, this guy got blooms. Okay, so it looks like a little bit like flowers, maybe? Okay, so it doesn't actually have like a noticeable effect. Yeah, this one sucks. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe like numerically this one was good, but like you ever just play hero spec? I guess not everybody has alpha, but sometimes you play hero spec and you can just feel like, ooh, this is cool. There's some visual splendor to this, right? The DK rework in the alpha, it's pretty awesome, man. It's pretty awesome. Thunder. Yeah, the DK rework. Let me show you the DK because I've been messing around with that one. Let me just move on to Feral for a second. I just want to play some of this really fun. Primal Wrath the same? Yes, Primal Wrath is the same. It no longer has that whole like dot consumption talent, but Primal Wrath is about the same, yeah. It's okay, it's Icy Talents, 1 stacks. Yo, it's 6 stacks is pretty good, man. 6 stacks is pretty good. I've also been playing it a little bit with Deathbringer. I don't really know if I want to play the minute version or shorter version. I do think the 30-second version does not sync well with Pillar. I'm almost thinking maybe sync it with Pillar every single time and just not play Ice Cap. Even though I think Ice Cap is really good. But yeah, DK is really cool, man. Really cool. I think you'll end up playing around the Icy Talents going up in terms of stacks, and you'll probably play the auto attack talent here too. Auto attacks have a chance to send out a sleet of damage to the enemy. You got Pillar Frost doing stuff. And I don't even know what, I'll even combat log it so we can see what the damage looks like, right? I'm just gonna go hit stuff. It's been a second stuff like this. Well, not second, but since yesterday. Although for me, it might as well be an eternity. You have like no haste. Well, I have 37 haste right now, but when that buff falls off, it's so, yeah, 19%. It's very little. Seems like, well, that seems like a lot, Dal. It's very little. Very little. Also, I definitely want to be using that as an ability once in a while here. Also, Frost Strikes does quite a bit of damage, man. Like, I'm kind of surprised, honestly. Didn't get to chain my thing, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, I have the wrong weapon, don't I? Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I do. Okay, I really need to get a proper, like, augmented weapon on here. Because I don't have the proper weapon enchant. I just got, like, a crappy one with the pet. I need to mess with that at some point. Still not do a World Unholy? You can't do a World Unholy now. One day though, right? One day. Maybe that should have been like a hero spec for them or something. I love these like sides though. That seems pretty cool. So what's new with the DK? A lot. So there's a bunch of new talents, a bunch of capstone stuff. Hero specs are also quite different for Death Knight compared to some of the other classes out there. Generally very fun. But you can see like I'm using Obliterates, I'm getting free Glacial Advances. That's all just freebie. That's a new talent. I'm getting 7 stacks of Icy Talons, that's better auto attacks. Every time I auto, there's a chance to just do a flurry of frost damage. The ability of Frostbite just does a cranks in damage all on its own. It's a guaranteed crit every single time. And it has a cooldown, but you reduce that cooldown as you use Kill Machine procs. So that's a little bit different. And depending on the talents you run, like depending on which hero spec you run, you can either have better, what's the word I'm thinking of? Either better uptime on your buffs, debuffs, but also like a huge burst window with Frostwind's Fury, or just better executes with the Reaper playstyle, which is pretty fun too. Because there's like a execute mechanic kind of baked into it, baseline. It's pretty nice. Although, yeah, having the 30-second Reaper ability, it definitely desyncs from the rest of my, like, Pillar Frost windows. So I'm wondering if maybe I should go minute on Pillar together with the Execute window, Reaper. Although, I don't know, like, what's better here? I don't really know. I just don't know. I don't know what's actually going to be better. Because Reaper desyncs pretty hard. But maybe it's better just to use Reaper pretty regularly, right? Every single time I have it. Maybe that's the whole purpose of it. Maybe that's the point. Spam Reaper as much as I can. But yeah, you get free, what is it, Glacial Advances whenever you get Killing Machine procs with one of the talents. It's really, really nice. Real nice. What else is new? There's like some auto attack talents too, right? So like auto attack damage is increased by 6%. Amount also increased for each Icy Talon. Icy Talon stacks up. Icy Talon not only buffs your auto attack speed, but also not auto attack damage. Random frost strikes or frost sleets whenever you auto. While Pillar of Frost is active, your auto attacks crits. Increase the duration of Pillar of Frost, so auto attacks also contribute towards your Pillar of Frost windows. With the Avalanche side, you can go to Shattering Blade. Frost strikes will consume Razor Ice, dealing 100% additional damage. You get free Razor Ice just from the Consuming Killer Machine gives you Glacial Advance that applies Razor Ice on the target for free. And you can also have those Frost strikes that consume Razor Ice shattered, doing AoE damage to everything around you. So that's pretty neat. Overall, it's really nice. What about Unholy? I made a video on Unholy changes recently. I would definitely look into that. Ton of new changes. Lots more army stuff, lots of shadow damage stuff, big thematics elements for your talent tree. And you could also, instead of summon Gargoyle, you could just summon random procs of Mages of the Dead. Every time, I'm gonna try to see if you can for dungeon. Every time you get a sudden doom proc, so it's really awesome, really fun. I like it a ton. It's really, really good, like insanely good. I do want to see if I can upload the me just hitting a train dummy as a DK, just so I can see like what did the most damage and what hit hard or whatever. I guess it's this one, yeah. Frost, DK, dummy, thumb. DK also had scythe weapon model, I think. But the first scythe weapon, did like you mean for spells, for abilities? I think so, you're right. I think you're right. This is me hidden dummy, yeah? Yeah. Damage is gonna be whatever. Yeah, Reaper's Mark does quite a bit of damage. As an ability, it's pretty good. Froststrike does a bit. Of course, I'm Obliterate heavy build, so Obliterate is gonna do a ton of damage. Melee doing quite a bit of damage too. Exterminate, which is all part of the Reaper's Mark combo. Reaper's Mark also should be a part of that too. So like combine 2%, 5%, 30%. So it's actually a little bit higher than it shows up. Blood Fever also should be up there too. Reaper's Mark up there. So like once it all combines together, Weight of Soul is also part of it too. But like little bits of damage here and there. Side does a decent bit of damage too. It hits for like 200k or yeah, 208k every single time. It's a guaranteed crit basically. So it's pretty solid. Yeah, I kind of want to try this in AoE as well with the Frost Strike thing. Although I'll probably need to do this. I'll need to do... First of all, a different song because I'm not vibing with this one. I'm gonna go and enchant one of my weapons with... What's it called? I'm gonna enchant my weapon with the Razor Ice and see if that works out. Normal Weapon Apocalypse has a Scythe variant. The Normal Weapon Apocalypse was a Scythe variant? I mean the artifact weapon ability? Wait, you mean the weapon? I don't think it had a... There was like a blade scythe, but not like a actual scythe. Unless you're talking about something else. We'll stop Razor Ice. I just kind of want to try the whole like Frost Strike explodes in AoE. I want to see if you can make like a full-on cleave build out of it. Oh, do you see that icon change? Hold on a second. Hold on. This is new. Look at that. When you empower your weapon. I don't want to record this. What is this? Look at that. It just like flashes. That's kind of cool. New animation for that. Neat. Cool. I'm gonna throw that on Twitter later. Did it change the sanguine? The rune weapon? I don't think so. I think the only one that really got changed was the pet one. Do 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 do. Okay, so whenever that blows, I can post it. So I want to try this. I want to try this challenge here. Shatter Frost. When Frost Strike consumes 5 Razor Ice stacks, it deals 50% of the damage dealt to nearby enemies. Deals deals reduced damage beyond any targets. So as Deathbringer, I think I just need a couple more points in that direction to buff it. I don't think I really need Cryogenic Chamber, even though that one could be kind of okay. So we'll do it like this. We'll go triple capstone here, right? And I'm gonna mostly, I actually want to see if I can talent out of Glacial Advance because I don't need Glacial Advance. I mostly want to spend that time frost striking whenever I can. So we'll do Cryogenic Chamber, and I want to try AoEing stuff and seeing if that AoE damage is decent enough, right? Stone Skin got changed too, 5% on all stats. Yeah, that one got changed. It's not that much of a change, right? Not that much of a change. It's okay. Hi, I was about to use these. Okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, my guy? Yeah, that's it stuff, yeah. I'm gonna do this actually. I'm gonna relog in this guy just to clear out my log stuff. Oh yeah, I can't fly. I'm gonna relog, clear out my log stuff, and then log it just to see what the numbers are like. I just want to see if it hits any hard. You know? Beta logs. Clear these out. Log in. I think the weapon I posted in the Discord is Scythe he was speaking of. That's a blood DK weapon. If that's what you mean, then yeah, that's a blood DK weapon though. I don't think it's unholy. Pretty sure it's not unholy. Okay. Let's try this. Combat log. And I'm gonna make mistakes, but it's okay. So I mostly just want to frost strike and obliterate whenever I can, because I get free razor ice, and whenever I frost strike, I should be able to like have cleaves out of it. Hey, pally friend. And what I could do is I could also tab target 2 different mobs that have razor ice, and I could kind of just use frost strikes to consume that and see if that damage is any good. I kind of just want to do that when I can. Tab. Right, tab. Next one. Tab. Next one. Tab. I also should be using my frost sight because that does a ton of damage. Also, this haste, I feel like I'm so sluggish. Plus, there's a bit of delay because like servers are non-locally at all. Also, should be using my worm, but at this point, I'm like, I'm just, I'm just gonna do one thing at a time here. We cleave down, huge. Frost strike, frost strike. We're gonna one of these in here. Try to see if I can cleave it. Cleave it. Get a big old that. Right, one of these. Wish I had the full Death of Decay to line up with it. I probably should be a little bit better at that. Man, the delays. It's hard to describe, but there's a big delay to your boys. Huge delay. Copium, copium, copium. Guys, it's too late. It's not me. I'm not making a mistake. It's the delay, I promise you. That? If that's what you mean, then it's kinda. It just doesn't really... I guess. It still is a sword. I don't really know. I guess each is their own, right? I guess each is their own. Hidden appearance? Is that what you mean? Okay. I guess you're right. I guess. Okay, I think I hit it for long enough. I'm gonna walk away. We're gonna drop down combat log. Exit combat as soon as I can. Gold, please. Gold, please. You're gonna ruin my overall. Please stop. Trying to get out of combat as soon as I can. Can I shadow meld just to get out of combat quicker? And I'll see if I can upload it real quickly. Frost. DK. What's the talent that we tested? A Shattered Frost. A Shattered Frost test. I'm trying to name these as best as I can. Oh, did not work? Okay, what about this? Did it not work? Oh, there's nothing? Did it not work? Hold on. I think it didn't work. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, dude. Okay, man. Alright. We'll see if this works this time. I have been having some weird bugs with the combat logging though, so something bugged out. I Did you check out CyberPowerPC just too? I have not, no. I have not. It's just, there's too many classes on the alpha and I haven't been able to take a look at all of them yet. Druid is a class I really skimped out on. CyberPowerPC is another one I skimped out on. Hunter is skimping out on. I've been trying to cover as many as I could, man, but can't do all of them at once. Plus, I feel like I just gotta stuck to classes I have a little more familiarity, because the others are like, I don't play them nearly enough, right? So, like Priest, I just don't feel, I like Disc, I play it, mess around with it. I like Shadow, I mess around with it. I have no, I don't have any confidence I could like understand those or explain them in the video and sound even mildly like smart about it, right? So I've been like, you know what, I'm gonna delay that. I'm gonna delay that a little bit. How's the Zoo Fest? Isn't it all passive for the most part, by the way, Jonathan? How you doing, my man? I hope you're having a good one. Am I DC'd? Hold on. I'm gonna do one of these. We're gonna close this out. Maybe this will help. The character might be bugged. Uh-oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna close it, open it back up. Hopefully that'll work. I just want to mess around with the DK some more. I just want to log. Let me log. I just want to log. Please let me log. Please. It's all passive. I mean, passives may not be the worst, but like if it's just like straight up passive, like it does nothing for your gameplay at all, that's not that fun. Like Druid Wildstalker, we literally took a look at it for 5 seconds and was like, it's just passive. Actually very passive. Which alpha server on Dal? I have no idea. I never looked. I don't think it makes a difference. I think you can still do stuff no matter what server you're on. Orange Fort says so good. The old Fort set, isn't that on very, very passive? I mean, as long as you like it. Wait, is that your warrior? Why is your Lego? Did you buy a Ashkandi over a Lego? Are you not gonna run a Lego? Huh. Also, it looks like you have a socket on your helm. I don't know if you slotted it already or not. Are you going mastery on that thing? On arms? You play mastery? I mean, maybe. I have no idea. Maybe that's what sims the best. Maybe you just have it on a haste. Level 60 gear before Daydal? Oh, was he? Oh, okay. I guess it makes sense. Because he's 493. Okay, I guess if it was like literally at 60 gear up until then, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I think the DK is bugged. We can't do the DK. It's gonna be stuck in this like loading screen limbo for a good bit. So what I'm gonna do, boys, is I'm gonna just do another character. Chat, give me a class to take a look at. Literally anything and everything. Anything and everything. Give me a best shot. Give me a best class. Go. DK's in a weird limbo. I can't do any more testing on him for now. I just gotta wait. While we're waiting, we're gonna do something else. Aldraka Reaver. Gotcha. Easy. This guy's in Ringing Deeps. I'm gonna try to see if we can get out of Ringing Deeps and go to the dummies and mess around with stuff. What do you think about new Shadow Crash changes? I mean, I haven't really got to play with it at all. Apparently, it's not that fun. Apparently, it's kind of weird. But it depends who you ask, really. Alright, I gotta get this guy out of here. I'm pretty sure Trade District is gonna send me into the sky. So we're just gonna take it with a grain of salt here. You guys ready to fly? I'm ready to fly. Put me right above a Trade District. Do it. I dare ya. I dare ya. I dare ya. Or did they fix it? Because for some reason Hearthstone started putting you way... I think I am way in the sky. It started putting you way up in the sky and about Trade District. It says, oh, it'll hearth you back to the Trade District. Winky face. And it's just a flying above and just die if you're wrong class. Happened to my Shaman, I was just falling. Oh, it doesn't send it. Do I try again? Do I dare? Do I dare? It gave me the cooldown back, so might as well, right? Do it, I dare ya. Double dog dare ya. Send it. Maybe it'll bug. Unless you make a Shadow Crash like Vile Taint, instant cast, no travel. Shadow Crash like Vile Taint. I think Vile Taint and Shadow Crash should basically be the same ability. Instant cast, but also short enough cooldown where it's easy to reapply your agonies. Problem solved. Never have to worry about AoE problems with Affliction. Plus, you don't have to have the travel time as Shadow Priest. You were right, you know, we should put the one has better uptime when you dodge, but has a travel time, and the other has a really good, like, landing, insta, but it's short, long cooldown where you can't reapply your dots fast enough, so put them together. Make him kiss and make up and make a little Shadow Void baby, right? Crashing Void baby. And you can give it for both specs, and they do the same thing. Just one gives agony, the other gives other dots. Shadow Priest? Okay, maybe we'll do Shadow Priest after our Draki. Messing around with this one a little bit. So weird for me. Is this character bug too? Did I bug out a second one? Come on, did I bug out a second one? We'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. If this character is bugged, I'll give it like a minute. If this character is bugged, just can't get a Stormwind, I'll just do Shadow Priest. I'll tackle that then there, right? We'll give that a solid shot. We'll go to the new zones. We'll go hit some dummies. Do all that, yeah? While Team being actual cast hurts me. Should it be instant? That'd be kind of nice if it was instant then. Sag. I know. Look, I lost 2 characters to loading screens. Right? I was just trying to get a Stormwind. Just because technically you could just hearth to Dalaran and then go to Stormwind and then go to the portals. Because hearths to Stormwinds for some reason are bugged. Or sometimes are bugged. At least I found the character. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hearth to Dal. Then from Dal I'm gonna go to Portal to Stormwind. From Portal to Stormwind I'll go to Khazalgar. From Khazalgar I'm gonna run my way over to Chain Dummies, and then we can... I mean, I could take a trip and go to like Wildstalker or something, but like we got the new dummies for the first time ever, so of course I want to check them out. Spell queuing and during Cedar Corruption. Just instantly bank is the world full of dots would be fun. Spell queuing it during a Cedar Corruption? You mean Vile Taint while Cedar Corruption is like after it lands? So you pop Seed, Vile, and then it explodes the Seed? That could be cool. Is Stormwind just broken? Did they break Stormwind? Is that the problem? Oh, okay, we got a bar. We did it. We did it. I guess I should go Demon Hunter DPS spec, huh? No Shadowlands, better alive? Yeah, as long as it's no Shadowlands, man. As long as we have no Shadowlands, we're okay. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to fly, but it's okay. So you wanted Eldraki what? As I guess Havoc, right? I feel like Avengers is a popular spec, but not as many people play it. They haven't really done anything for Draki in a while. Also, I am awful when playing around Essence Break. Can I just play like Glaive Tempest? That's a little bit easier. At least it's like the M plus AoE build. I might just do that. You know, one less button for me to throw in my rotation. Just a little bit easier. I'm so bad at the whole Essence Break combos, man. I've been trying to play my Demon Hunter whenever I have free time to practice these combos. I just don't spend enough time to like get them nailed down perfectly. That's my biggest problem. I love until stupid sigil changes are made spec mandatory, like the Frey brand build. Yeah. It's just I think the problem is Demon Hunters just don't have too many crazy builds. So when like a build shines, everybody plays it, and everybody's like, okay, mandatorily have to play that. No options. You're playing this, and you're gonna like it. Don't like it? Okay. I mean, your pick. You either do good damage or don't. And I think that's a problem, right? It's a choice. Wait. Also, this goes into here, I think, normally. Yeah, we did it. Wow. All right, so Eldraki is pretty fun. I like it a lot, but it's kind of weird too. So consuming 3 soul fragments allows you to cast or throw glaive. So your way you consume souls as a Havoc Demon Hunter, you kind of have to will them out of your targets, will them into the existence. There might be some playstyle to play at least in Decree or Sigils, like soul sigils, just so you can like extract more fragments, or you'll just go into AoE Chaos Nova and hope that you get Double Mind. I never actually got any souls, so is it just Chaos Strike it, I guess? Okay, so you got the combo right out of the glaive. You throw a glaive, it does a bit extra damage, it looks pretty cool. Your next Chaos Strike is going to debuff the target to make it take 50% more damage. Your glaive flurry, your blade dance, will deal additional damage. What this will do also should buff your next Chaos Strike to do more damage, right? 50%. I don't think it actually buffs it, because there is a combo where you can change, where you can combo these. While enhanced Chaos Strike and Soul Cleave, you'll 30% increased damage. So while enhanced by Art of Glaive, they do more single target damage. There's supposed to be a combo thing here where no, Throw the Fight is completely different. Does Throw the Fight even work? I don't even know, actually. We're gonna do this. Do I get Thrill? No, this doesn't even get consumed. That's a problem. Oh, you still get... Okay, it's still bugged. It's still bugged. It's still very, very bugged. Very, very bugged. Oh yeah, you can do for that. That's also so weird. Yeah, so it's not really fully functioning. But the way it's supposed to work, right? You get cleave souls out of the target, you buff your next glaive throw. Your next glaive throw deals additional damage, ricocheting down more damage, and then your next Chaos Strike or Blade Dance gains buffs. Chaos Strike will put a reverse mark on the target, making that target take 50% more damage for 5 seconds. So you want to add that as part of like your short crit window, short burst window, Metamorphosis I-Beam burst window, right? And you'll want to add that in between of that. Blade Dance will deal 3 additional glaives and will deal damage. This one seems to be working, but it's not consuming the buff, and you want to consume the buffs because you get other benefits off the consume buffs. You have things like Enhanced Chaos Strike for Havoc, does 30% more damage, so more single target value that way. While Reverse Mark is active on the target, melee attacks have a chance to strike for additional glaive slashes, so you want to keep marking things pretty regular and keeping the mark on the target, right? Consuming soul fragments causes your next Chaos Strike to shear or deal bonus damage, so more single target value in that regard. Here you can either have glaive generate additional fury if you want more regular resource generation, or throw a glaive will deal damage to nearby targets. Seems like a very low number, maybe that's not tuned properly. Eldraki Tactics, second enhanced ability in a pattern as an addition shatters an additional soul fragment. So second ability in a pattern, so with his Blade Dance or Chaos Strike, will gain another soul fragment. I imagine Blade Dance, once it actually consumes a buff, should maybe have like a chance per target you hit. So if you're an AoE, you want to use that as a second ability because it'll get buffed up. There's supposed to be a buff here too. Cast enhanced abilities reduces time of hunt. That's also part of the two. Vengeful Retreat can be cast second time. So if you're playing against like Initiative, you may be looking at windows where you're like trying to cast that more than once, right? So you'll be doing some movement stuff to really maximize that window of burst or whatever, right? There may be some interesting components you'll be playing around here. Or you could just play someone like Vengeful Retreat, which has a cooldown of Fell Blade, which could also be nice for mobility and resources. Honestly, I'm starting to lean towards this. Although the other one's fun for mobility, like double backflips. That could be fun while out in the open world. In the middle row is like your survivability. Consuming soul fragments gives you heal over time, and you'll be generating soul fragments regularly. Or Fell Blade surrounds you with a blade ward, reduces physical damage taken by 10%. Pretty good, honestly. Escalation. Each successful enhanced ability deals 10% increased damage. The effect of the second enhancement is increased by 100%. So, the effect of the second enhancement is the important part here. I'm going to try to see if I can maybe try to use it inside of like meta. But your second enhancement should be amplified by 100%. We don't really know what that means, because to me it sounds like Chaos Strike's Rework should end up being like 30% damage buff instead of 15. That or just Chaos Strike hits harder. But a Blade Dance would deal like 3 additional slashes. I guess it would do 6 additional slashes for additional damage. So like second ability should be a little stronger. And then you can like, okay, Chaos Strike, I want to make single target. I want to make sure Chaos Strike is my second ability. AoE, I want to make sure Blade Dance is my second ability. You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like. I'm going to try to see if this works while in meta, because I don't really know if it does. Looks like it does get consumed there. Yeah, and this is where you actually get through the fight. Although this damage buff doesn't seem to be doing anything as of this moment inside of like on your target. Doesn't seem to be increased by 30. Seems to be like just a 15. Right? So like it's a little inconsistent and you're not really sure exactly like if it's functioning properly, but they haven't really like went back to change anything or really fix any bugs for this one specifically. For the Eldraki. Throw the Fight doesn't work well in meta because its actual death sweep does consume the buff. So like it's not fully functional, but when it does consume it, like when you get both combos, you're supposed to increase your attack speed by 50% and cast the next ability deals 30% increased damage. So you can like get Throw the Fight into a big hunt, which should buff the damage of the hunt, like the initial and the dot damage. Or you get both consumed, then big eye beam, right? Or you get them both consumed and then big Chaos Strike combo, right? Like imagine like getting a full combo, throw glaive, essence break, you go for a, I assume, Blade Dance, Chaos Strike, then Chaos Strike, and that'll have like a 30% buff, 15% buff, maybe 30, I don't really know if it's supposed to double it. 80% extra if it crits, like especially like if it crits, but 80% more damage. So maybe those are some combos we could do like a big chunky hit. And there's a lot of potential behind the whole thing, but it just hasn't really worked, right? I mean, sigils, I like hardcore front plus, and you do separate self, such. Yeah. If you're playing this as a Vengeance, I think there's a little bit more like nuance with Eldraki, although you don't really get to get benefits from it as much. Because as a Havoc, it says you need only 3 fragments. As a Vengeance Demon Hunter, you would need, what, 20? So for Vengeance, I think it's going to be a little bit slower to get some of those value of Eldraki. Although defensively, I think it gets quite a bit of value. If, like, let's say you play around the souls that you can consume, and that gives you heal over time or whatever. And you could do a little bit of damage and healing from Throw the Fight. That could be really good too, right? But yeah, you need like 20 soul fragments in order to get that Reaver's Glaive thing to combo. And then you end up getting Soul Cleave and Fracture wombo combo. So like using those depending on which order. Soul Cleave can give you a bit of AoE. Fracture will give you a damage debuff to the target, so you do more damage, and then you really do that leech healing. The harder you hit, the more you heal for. Essentially. I don't even know which one of these I should be running here. I think Sigils probably. I don't really know. And I should probably be running this too for more fragments, but who knows really. What else? You could get like Throw the Fight, and you could do a big old hunt. That can also work out too. Although the difference, at least for this one, is that you generate resources pretty regularly in comparison to Havoc, right? Real quick resource generation, really easy. So I could do this. The combo didn't work, I don't think. Or did it? Hold on, I don't think I got the souls yet. Okay. Now this is what we'll do. I'm gonna throw Glaive. Combo. Yeah, you get through the hunt pretty easily on this one. Yeah, attack speed doesn't even get buffed up right now. But yeah, not all the aspects of this function, but like you get the idea, right? It's basically a combo playstyle. You could be using specific abilities to create a little combo. I think for Vengeance, your playstyle is generally simple, so adding little combos is going to be pretty cool. As for Havoc, you're basically just adding like, you already have layers of complexity, right? You got to make sure you get Vengeful Retreat for a crit window. You got to make sure you get that inertia buff from your Fell Rush and Emo aura. So that's another little window for you to overlap together. Then you got your I-Beam and Metamorphosis. That's another window you got to overlap. And then you got your Soul Cleave, or what is Essence Break, you can single target. So that's another little window. So Aldraki gives you like an extra window, and the Chaos Strike debuff also another window. So like it's just like so many windows that you gotta like line up together and do the most damage inside of that window. And I feel like maybe that's the wrong direction you should be taking the spec, personally. Because they're trying to, for a lot of classes, remove that top end complexity. And I think maybe they should find a way to combine some of those abilities into a singular window, right? Maybe like if they change initiative so it could be part of like inertia, right? So then you can also use Vengeful Retreat just for resources or for mobility or to reposition better, right? Hey, Pookie, what's up, buddy? And then it could maybe like at least you give yourself an I-Beam window. Maybe Essence Break could be like a passive that activates during Demonic, right? First enemy throw glaive after pressing Demonic, then that'll combine together with Art of the Glaive, right? So then you take a bunch of like little windows and you're combining two windows into one, so less overall windows. Maybe that's the way you could go about it, because they've been releasing a lot of the top end complexity while allowing for some skill expression either way, right? If you want to make a really complex build, you can, but if you want to make a slightly less complex build but still an effective build that's really close to the other one, you could, right? Like Arcane Mage, I think they're basically keeping the same essence while releasing some of the top end complexity, because like Spark and Touch of the Magi usually just combine them together. So why not just make it like a talent that basically turns Spark or Touch the Magi into like a pseudo Spark inside of the Magi, and then let it do burst damage, but like not let it stack up 4 different abilities, right? It's like Missiles, Barrage, and Arcane Blast, and you get that full value just for pressing those 3 abilities inside of Touch of the Magi. And you do that, and it fits so well with the playstyle. It just works, right? You get the same value, you get the same like burst window, and you just don't have one less button that you have to plan inside of your global. And it plays a little bit easier. Plus, it makes you want to play all these 3 different abilities. You want a Barrage at some point, you want an Arcane Blast at some point, you want a Missile, so you can kind of plan for when you want to do it, right? So I wonder if they can maybe do something like this with Demon Hunter 2, or if they're even thinking about doing it. It all depends. It all depends. Yeah. So, what another class, boys? No mas. Some alpha stuff going. It's been fun, man. I've been enjoying it. Also, they changed this screen a little bit. It's a little bit like closer in. You can actually kind of like see all your characters a little bit better, and they have like proper animations, like the kneeling for Demon Hunter, and you can select it from here now. I really like this. They kind of like. It was zoomed out, but they zoomed it in a little bit better so you can see all the characters. I hope they let you like pick your background, so you can do like a snowy background or like a hellscape in the back or whatever, or like I don't know, just Nagrand or whatnot. So you're not just in the forest camping. I like the camping layout. I just wish they added more than just a forestry background or whatever. I like it. It's like little improvements, but they did change it. They brought the camera in a little bit. You can see all your characters, all of the mogs or whatever, and you can just swap them out as much as you want, right? You can just, you know what? I want Holy Moly as part of this group. There we go. And now you have your Paladin in there. And like, you know what? I want this abomination. What do I want to replace in? The Rogue, right? Wait, hold on. Where'd he go? Yeah. So now he's here. I'm gonna bring it back. You know what I mean? Like you can just place him as much as you want now. I like it. I like it a lot, and you kind of put them in your favorites. It doesn't matter what servers they're on, you just add them in there. So you can access like 4 alts. I imagine they could expand it to maybe like 5, because it's almost like looks like there's a spot right here. Didn't they have 5 in the original like preview for Warbands? I think they did. What about Shadowpan Windwalker? So Shadowpan is really... Man, okay. I'm gonna show you Shadowpan. I played it, I tried it. I was not really impressed. There's some issues with it. Mostly in terms of, do I have logs? I think I have a screenshot. Or did I take screenshots? No, I think I just have log. Because I did a bunch of delves because I was having a hard time getting into dungeons. But I did do a bunch of delves. Yeah, I tried uploading a bunch of DK stuff. None of it worked out. Why they decided to add a couple of sub blah, 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 blah. Okay. Shut up and delve. Yeah. Okay. Like it does good damage, but man. Okay. So this is a breakdown of an entire delve AoE and single target of a Shadowpan monk. Down here is the ability called Flurry Strikes, and there's another variation of Flurry Strikes. This is your main hero spec ability. Shadowpan Monk Gucci. More like Shadow Prank, am I right? What is like this is your Flurry Strikes. And I just played it normally. I just ran through the entire thing. Yeah, so 0.26% of your damage at 0.7. I have concerns. Also, there is a buff that procs with Flurry Strikes. That's called like the Wall. Wisdom of the Wall. I got it like once. And it's like a 8 to 10 minute delve. And I'm constantly fighting stuff. Right? I'm like zooming around, zipping all over the place. I recorded the run. I'm like trying to always be in combat, trying to do as much damage as possible. Spending limited time as I can. What's it? And I got flurry charges. Like you can see I was getting flurry charges the entire time. I got it once only. Takes a while to build up. So let me explain exactly what the problem with that one is. So Shadowpan. Let me see. Am I Shadowpan now? I'm Shadowpan. So the problem with the Shadowpan ability is, unless they buff it somehow, Flurry Strikes as an ability, you don't feel it. You don't notice it. In fact, it doesn't really do a lot of damage. Like, at least in comparison to like Celestial, you literally start meditating, radiating 3.2 million nature damage out to everything around you. Right? It's a huge ability on a 1.5 minute cooldown. You press it again, all the Celestials jump in, all of their abilities activate at once. It is a ton of damage altogether. With this one, dealing damage equal to 100% of your maximum health generates Flurry Charge. For each 400 energy you spend, unleash all Flurry Charges, dealing 15,000 physical damage. 15,000 physical damage. Your Tiger Palm hits for 60,000. Black Echo for 51,000. Rising Sun for 139. Fist of Fury for overall 206. Hell, even Jadefire Stomp hits for 12k nature with damage over time on top of it. Right? 243 with Strike of the Windlord. 15,000. Also, I got this guy too. I got this guy in a delve. Oh, you want to hear some of the best sounds ever? You guys want to hear some great ASMR? Hold on. This is going to be the best ASMR ever. Can you hear that? Did you guys hear that? You make it like really quiet noises. That's what I wanted. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he makes a lot of noise. Every time he moves his eyes, and also makes a noise too. He rees. Yeah, sometimes he's quiet. And other times, he just rips one. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. I love him. He's amazing. He's actually the best pet ever. I got him in a delve. I rescued him and I've been running with him. He makes a lot of noise, a lot more noises. Oh, he also has the best running animation ever. You guys want to see this? I'm just going to sprint. Look at that. Oh, you can barely see it because of this little trail. Oh, look at him go. Look at that roll. Hold on. Hold on. I need like a nice, open, straight, like, bit of space. There we go. Look at him go. Oh, he's the best. Zoom. He's keeping up too. It's the best, dude. These things, the way they run, it is awesome. I love it. Okay, now we can talk about fun stuff. Yeah, so Shadow Pan, I mean, it takes like a good while for me to build up the damage, man. And it only takes what, like 400, it's like 8 jabs to consume it, right? I got my damage here with a flurry. 1 flurry strikes is applied. I want to see if I actually can get a flurry proccing. Is it going to consume it? No, not yet. So I can get 2 flurry strikes. Jab just consumed it. And flurry strikes at 14,000, 40,000. Look, it's so very little damage. And when you consume 10 of them, you gain, I think, 20 seconds of Wisdom of the Wall. Yeah, 20 seconds. It takes a long time to build up, and every time you do generate one, they don't do any damage whatsoever. However, you do have other buffs of Shadow Pan, like attacks penetrate 10% armor, or Black Hat Kicks deal additional 20% crit strike damage, or Fist of Fury does 10% more damage and counts double towards flurry generation. You get agility over time. Your energy spenders deal additional 50 damage, and every 50 energy, so basically every jab, reduces the cooldown of Storm, Earth, and Fire. So like there's benefits in that regard, right? So you can maybe play it with ordered elements. That's pretty good too. Yeah, like it just does very little damage is my biggest problem with it. Just wanted to see the 8-stack TOM Black Hat Kick with Shadowbox Threads. Couple sounds amazing. I guess, yeah, if you can like get a bunch of those together, right? If you can get a bunch of them to proc and stack together all at once, then yeah, Flurry Strikes I think could be really good. I really think they need to make Flurry Strikes like a button and let you unleash it when you want to, instead of like every time you spend energy. I know they probably want to make it like, just, you know, give you less key binds to work with, but I think you should be able to bank up for a big Flurry Strikes and use it during apex of your burst or something, right? I think you should be allowed to do that, right? Like, let you stack it and then let you really unleash it so it feels strong. Because right now, you get a very little of it and then you like let it out immediately. By the way, I need to be right back real quick, boys. So BRB, couple of minutes. Where's the guy? Where did my pet go? Where are you? What's his name? Wiggle? Wriggle? Yeah. Yeah, look at him for a second. Okay, boys? I'm gonna be right back. BRB. Okay. You guys enjoy that? He's so beautiful. He's so nice. Okay. What are the class? The Shadow Priest? Yeah, let's take a look at Shadow Priest. You've been asking for a bit. I should. I need to brave the depths and look at Shadow Priest at least. What am I? I'm a priest, right? Yeah. That'll work. Because I kind of want to make him as alliance. Okay. Apparently I only have a Dal Priest somewhere. I don't remember actually testing one at all though. He's back, yeah. That's heavy? What do you mean? A death stare of the eyes as people are ready to fight? Come on, man. He's cute. He's not gonna hurt you. He's just a good boy. He's a good guy. He's a good little boy. Come on, man. He's doing work. He's doing great things. He's destined for greatness. That's the only reason why you guys hate him. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go because I do want to do new stuff, but I don't think it will let me. I guess I should also spec real quick, huh? There's nothing really new for Shadow, is there? At least I don't think there is. So is that actually just like hits a target instead of like a reticle? Is that real? I don't remember what you pick for talents of Shadow anymore. This maybe? Mind melt, I guess? I think you just take passives, right? Normally. Yeah, that'll work okay, I think. That's good enough, right, chat? That's good enough, yeah? Hopefully. Not gonna lie, I don't really remember where I had all these abilities. It's been a second. This goes here. That goes here. That goes here. I lied. I actually do remember most of these. Not all, but it's coming back to me. Yeah. Also gotta put this on here too. Yeah, I lied. Actually, all this is coming back to me so quickly. I still need to make a bunch of macros then. Alright, so we take a look at this guy. Gives access. I kind of want to visit the new zone. So I think what I'll do is I'll make myself... Man, I don't even know. Because if I do the Isle of Dorn, I can't really do fly, right? I want to be able to come back here. So I'm going to do Ashka Head just to hit max level. It's going to take me to Ashka Head zones. And I'll do the Dalaran port into Stormwind Portal and then go to the new zones. Yeah, it's because the Anus, exactly. Wiggle, wiggle, yeah. Yeah, he's the best boy, man. He's the greatest. He's the best of all of us. Right? He's the best of all of us, man. Men and women both wish it could be him. And we'll just randomly queue. I don't know if I'll get into a key. I doubt I will. Oh yeah, I gotta do my mount stuff. I forgot about that. I gotta talk to the Tauren because now they give us a new button. They give us a Kazalgar button, which is cool. Yeah, I really need to make macros on this thing. Which hero spec do you guys want to look at? Do you want to look at the Void one? Oh, yeah, Void Weaver icon looks sexy as hell. Do we look at the Void Weaver? I think we'll look at the Void Weaver, right? Oh yeah, you do need to target with Shadow Crash now. That's so weird. You actually need to target them. You know what? That's nice. That is kind of nice, actually. I do like that. I do like that. If they could do this with feathers now, that'd be great. Because otherwise you need to make like cast add player macro with feather. Maybe I could do that really quickly. It's like a cursor macro, but instead it's an add player macro. What is it called? Angelic feather. But instead of add cursor, we make it add feather or add player. That should work, right? Oh yeah, I never put the macro on here. Cool, so now I'm dismounted. Yeah, it'll just place it around me. Super nice if you need like a buff that just needs to go on top of you. Void Weaver for Shadow. There is Archon, right? We could take a look at Archon. Highly devout and deeply connected to the light and shadow, Archons can be blessed from higher beings. To enter their ascended state, become an ultimate version of themselves. Or Void Weaver have dedicated themselves to studying the origins of void magic, have discovered ways to tear open tenuous connections to the void. This power is incredibly dangerous and volatile, consuming anything in its path. Okay, I'm at it here. Yeah, we're gonna do Void Weaver. So I haven't actually messed around with this one at all, to be honest. So this will be very, very interesting. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, Shadowcrat just picks a target. It just goes on your target's location. Oh, that is how you get the new ability. Okay, I understand. Understood. So that is how you consume that void ability. That's how it generates through Shadow Crashes. That's what's different this week, huh? Shadow Crash tears open a portal in a Tropic Rift that follows the enemy for 8 seconds. Enemies caught in its path suffer shadow damage. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Okay, that's why people don't like it. I can see why people don't like that change. Already, I can tell. Shadow Crash deals 400 additional damage to its primary target. I mean, that's a lot, dude. Entropic Rift upgrades Mind Blast into a Void Blast while it's active. That's the big ability. Everybody's like, yo, play that. Sends a blast of cosmic energy at the target, doing a bunch of shadow damage, generating insanity. Yeah, you want to bang those. Void Torrent cannot be used while moving. While Entropic Void is active, you move 40% faster, or Entropic Rift slows enemies. I think the slow is better, right? No escape is really good. Entropic Void Blast increases the duration of Entropic Rift by 1 up to a maximum of 3. Or summoning Entropic Rift grants you 1 charge of Mind Devourer. This is better, right? Long duration. Shadow Ward Death has a higher chance to summon a Shadow Fiend for 5 seconds when damage targets below 20% health. Or transform Shadow Fiend into a Void Wrath, cast Void Flight, dealing up to 500 additional damage, dealing more damage to higher health enemies. I feel like this one is going to be like a Mindbender playstyle, so I'm not going to do that. Every 2... Wait, is this only for executes? High chance to summon a Shadow for 10 seconds when damaging... Oh, okay, when damaging is below 20% health. Shadow Ward Death consumes... Error, try again. Okay. Weird. Every 2 seconds... 2 seconds, 7 amount equal to 30% of your health from a nearby ally. Yeah, that's so. That's just leech health from them. Literally a human leech with void leech. Scum of the world. Absorb 10% magic damage taken. Absorb shadow damage. Heals you. Oh, I like that a little better. But leech is funny. I wonder if I'll be leeching health from random mobs then. Okay, this is all kinds of wacky. Does this work then? They're gonna do this. Okay, looks like Darkening Horizons does not work. Yeah, Darkening Horizons just will not work. So I'm just gonna... We just stuck with Void Empowerment. Literally won't let me play Darkening Horizons. Got it. Understood. Lich King, basically. Yeah. Each time cast Devouring Plague, Entropic Rift is empowered, increasing its damage size by 20%. Entropic Rift ends, it collapses, pulls enemies, dealing shadow damage split amongst them. I like that though. Alright, so we're gonna just hit him with a big old PI, yeah? Mind Blast twice. This is one of these. Oh, that didn't last long at all though. Oh, that looks cool though. I do like that. Yeah, that didn't last as long as I thought it would. I really gotta get a bunch of those DPs in there. A lot more DPs. Oh yeah, it doesn't last long at all, man. It's pretty cool though. Like it happens pretty regularly. I like that. I'm surprised I still have Void Form for as long as I did. Ooh, I like the animations of that. Did you see that? That looked cool as hell. But it can move, right? No! Actually just changes all of your abilities, huh? Even my Void Form. Or my, Torrent. Has like a Voidy Torrent look to it. I thought I had the one I could move with it, but apparently not. I think it's a little darker, right? Even Halo's a little shadowy looking. I like this. It's a very simple flow. I see a lot of people play it though over the Archon. Not a lot. I don't see enough people play Archon. Look at that. Oh, that looks so good. Pure void, not just shadow, but straight up void. I need to get more Mind Blast in. Yeah, I definitely need to get a better like rotational combo. But the fact that you can do this every what 20 seconds, that is nice. That is really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie. I like that a lot. But it does mean I think you have to play a little bit more carefully with Mind Blast, right? You want to make sure you have charges of Mind Blast available for Shadow Crash. I'm gonna Shadow Crash, Mind Blast, DP, DP again, Mind Blast, and I have Void Torrent. I'm gonna try to see if we can maximize during this window. I want to spike. But this is cool because this actually gives you like, okay, Mind Blast, I'm holding on to it. I don't necessarily need to spend it now. Almost I'm capping on it. Have spike up because I'm gonna get another spike here anyway. I'm gonna pre-set a spike. DP, Mind Blast, DP, spike, quick Mind Blast inside of this window. I like that. You get yourself a real short window to do stuff. I don't hate it. It's pretty cool. I like it quite a bit. And every 20 seconds you can just have a go. Having it done around Shadow Crash I think is okay. But like if a mob moves, that's what I don't like about it. Shadow Crash, it has such a delay. If Shadow Crash honed into the target, I think that'd be better, right? If Shadow Crash, right? Man, how do I test this? Hold on, is there a way to test this? Can I like get someone to aggro to me, have it run my way, and then Shadow Crash him, right? Shadow Crash can just miss a target, right? Still can, yeah. I'm gonna assume these things are quick, right? If I aggro you, are you gonna rush me? Are you sprinting? You're not the fastest thing I've ever seen. Oh, stampeding below. Okay, stampede. Like, look, he can literally, like, if it's runs fast enough, he can literally outrun it. That's my biggest problem with it. Hold on, I'm gonna do this as well. Is this like an auditorium? It is. That looks cool. I just gotta want someone to rush me really, really quickly. Looks like this guy's gonna do the stampeding below. He's moving quicker. Look. It still looks like it connected to him, but look at that time travel in time, man. You know what I mean? Like, if maybe Shadow Crash could guarantee that it's gonna hit the target, instead of like, it'll like hurlbolt or slow moving shadow energy to your target, and it'll hit the target, but the actual like location where it initially lands will still mark what the thing is, and that's not great. You know, that's not great. Yeah, that's gonna suck. There's no two ways about it. It's gonna blow. Because if someone moves way too quickly, it takes forever, and then it's gotta move and all that. It's just have issues with it. If they change the Shadow Crash, like hones into the target, right? And as they move, it'll just still travel to them. It'll apply on their location. At least that'll make it a little bit better. But that's like the only concern that I have with it. Outside of it, I like it. The whole thing with the hero spec. I like the playstyle. I like how I have to be more conscious about Mind Blast and the procs. I mean, this challenge doesn't work, which I would love for it to work. Only this thing works right now, but still, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. You can use it pretty regularly, right? There's some cool synergy with Mind Shadow Fiend, or you can go with extra Shadow Fiends when the enemies are low, right? Little cool stuff like that. I like the slows. I like this leech absorb damage thing, right? Shadow Crash doing more damage, I think is fine too, right? I like these kind of things. It's just, you know, there's some just, yeah, listening lazily to the left, dodge strat. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. It's kind of whatever. I forgot ShadowPC looked like a bard fart with a shadow form. Yeah, I guess there's different types of versions. I don't like this new version of Void Torrent though. I'm not sure if that's just a Void Torrent that you get as a Void Weaver, or if that's just like a Why is this 2 ranks? Shadowboard Death consumes Absorb Shield from your target, dealing up to 200 extra damage on them and grants you Insanity if a shield was present. That's interesting, Devour Matter. Yeah, either way, I like it a ton. Archon, on the other hand, is just like, it just buffs your burst windows and gives you like a bit better version of Halo. Halo will buff up your Void Form or your Dark Ascension. That's really about all you really get out of it. Do they have the other one working? Hold on, I kind of want to play just see if they have that, the card one, the shuffling one working. Oracle, yeah, they do. Maybe bit of grants to spell. So that access to that one spell. Isn't there a button? Shouldn't it be a button? Or can I like not do anything yet? Hold on. I need to put in points first. Fill it out. Yeah, now I have a button. Premonition. So you get the proc, and then you could press it again to use the buff. Oh, every time you spend a global, look, it changes. The button changes. So that works. Yeah, every global. Insight, Solace, Piety. Yeah, you're gonna have to get like a weak card to track it. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Look. When you're casting and you got an instant cast ability right afterwards. Right? Solace, Piety, Insight, Solace, Piety, Insight. I'm trying to wait until I get like a proc. Instant cast proc. Doesn't matter, I can put up a dot, right? Let's say you hit Smite into a dot. You rotate through 2 of them very, very quickly. Oh no, that time it didn't. If you're quick enough, you don't. But if you delay it, you can. Oh, I like the animation though. Look at that. I like the Archon animations. I think that's really, really neat. Because apparently you get like a different like animation above your head every time you get a different buff. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, I don't know, man. I need to mess around with that one. I need to set up the classes, set up the spec and everything. Okay. What else is there? There's a lot more other stuff I gotta work on, or take a look at, rather. Man, I still gotta take a close look at a DK in a video. Does this work again? Hold on. I want to see if this guy works again. See if I can maybe combat log the dummies on this guy for a bit. I don't know if it worked last time. It doesn't look like it did. Or maybe the character's actually bugged. Maybe gotta wait a little longer. I'll give it a second. What classes would you guys want to see next, though, for hero specs, though? Out of all the classes that we're taking a look at, what else would you want to see for hero specs? You took the slow instead of the move while torrenting? Yeah. I tried to pick up the other one, but it was like bugging out on me. That's why I just picked the slow. It looks like the hero spec for Void Weaver is a little buggy, like the actual hero specs. Like you try to, like it wouldn't let me pick one talent that extended the duration of the void zone or whatever. So I had to pick another talent, otherwise it just wouldn't let me. Have you tried to Herald of the Sun Paladin? Yes. Remember Crusade with a bunch of haste? Yep. You could definitely get a bunch of chains. Yeah, I did a video on the Paladin specifically, separately, and I did a video on the Hero Spec Herald. You could do a lot of big ramps on that one. If you get lucky enough with your wings procs, the fact that it doesn't overwrite your wings now, but instead extends your current wings, is going to make it a lot better. I think that one is going to be really, really solid. I think you may end up playing like a roll the dice Crusader build, and then just going in for that big stacking haste, stacking damage, and just trying to ramp up. That's all you do is ramping constantly. Because what you can get is you can get a proc of wings, activate real wings, and then get another proc of wings, and that'll give you more uptime inside of Crusade wings than you would with normal wings, normal Crusade. And you could do that every 30 seconds, essentially. So you can get so much uptime inside of wings, it is nuts. Track it in DK, maybe spawn location's bugged. I mean, I was in like an inn, so I don't really know. Maybe I'll have to do that if those guys just completely borked. My monk had the same thing happen to me in another monk, and it took me like an hour before it fixed itself. So it might be one of those situations too. I'll probably come back to this guy later. I got a lot of projects I'm gonna be working on. Tomorrow is a Pandaria thing, so that'll be wild. I don't know if I'll have much time tomorrow, but I do want to take a look at the DK in a separate video. Although I might do it tomorrow, actually. Yeah, I might do it tomorrow. Because today off stream I got a little bit of that Warlock done. Anyone been dueling? Out in the alpha? Not really. No, most people are just PvE testing. Most people just end up PvE testing stuff. I'm sure somebody's out here PvPing and all that, but apparently they'll have like specific invite waves and like PvP tests specifically. So hopefully they'll make a PvP server where you can just walk up to a training, not training dummies, walk up to vendors. Oh, there we go. Walk up to vendors, try stuff, right? Yeah. Hopefully they'll have like one of those at some point. I'm sure they will. Like, that'd be good if they did. Because you have the vendors PvP here and you have dummies, and you could just have people duel out here. Maybe just put up walls so people can't leave this area and you gotta duel each other constantly. And then you queue for arenas, queue for skirmishes, queue for solos, right? Queue for RBGs or whatever. Right? That'd be cool. Alrighty, let's try this out, man. Combat is being logged. Beautiful. So we're gonna give myself like 3 minutes maybe. And just hit stuff. I'm gonna try to switch targets a little here. Cause I got all these. What is it? The Razor Ices everywhere. Trying to consume them as much as I can. So we'll just tab around. I should have done that a little differently. I just want to see how much damage it does, if any. Maybe it'll be really good. Who knows, right? Trying to maintain this as well. Because look at the amount of damage you could do. Like 70k for everybody in the cleave. Doesn't seem bad at all. Seem is the key word. Think of the proc. Unfortunate. I can consume that one for a bit. The rhyme proc. Got no rhyme or reason to consume it. I got the proc again. Oh, that's so good. And you get this Reaper procs again. It does quite a decent bit of AoE. Let's see if I can get it again. There's like a chance you may be able to reapply it. Sometimes you replay it again, but not always. Drop Death and Decay. Want to get this up and running again. When I get a chance. I'm not using Frostman's Fury, even though I should be. Definitely should be using Frostman's Fury at some point. I'm trolling when I'm not. Should I hit this guy? Didn't get a proc, but it's okay. We just go Frost Strike, Remorseless again. Get more Frost Strikes in. Couple of Blitz since I got nothing else going on. I'm gonna hold on to Death and Decay. Big ol' Cleave. Damn. Hey, not enough haze also does lead to poor management of resources and procs. I'm gonna go for like another minute maybe. How do you like balance Druid and Alpha? I haven't really got to mess around with balance too much. Though a little bit that I got to test with that has been kind of okay. Druid doesn't really feel too different out of all the classes out there. Not too different. Gonna get the rune going. I'll do another pillar window. Is what I think I'll do. Another big go with a pillar. I'm just trying to tap around Frost Strike things whenever I can. When you actually get these buffs like everywhere and everybody quite regularly, you just gotta tab in pretty often. It's like a little bit of a survival hunter type of gameplay in there. Where you like put poisons on things and you gotta tab around. I should have Death and Decayed there. That was my fault. I'll keep going until 5-minute mark at this point. I am hoping that all this will end up being a log. This will be annoying if it doesn't. That'd be so annoying if it doesn't. Get some gear bum on Alpha. I got whatever gear I can, man. I promise you. Gearing on the first couple of weeks of Alpha. That'll be the play. Okay. I'm gonna kill the pet. Just gonna leave combat as soon as I can. Leave combat, leave. Did I shadow meld it? Is that enough to leave combat? Okay. Now I'm gonna try to open up Warcraft Uploader. Now I'm gonna try to see if I can take the log. It's got some data. Dummies. What is the talent? Shattered Frost. Shattered Frost. Upload. And looks like it did upload. Yeah, 5 minutes of me hitting dummy. Alright, you guys ready? I'm gonna take a look at these numbers. How good is this talent? It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hold on a second. Is this the build? Because you get free glacial advances. Frostbite does a lot. Dude, Shadow Frost is good. It's everybody for like, what, 48k? That's not bad. Remorseless Winter, Obliterates. That doesn't seem bad at all. And you Frost Strike as a filler. Glacial Advances for free. You don't even play Glacial Advance anymore. I think I still will play Glacial Advance in the future, but I will play Glacial Advance or the Frost Strike Shatter. I think the Frost Strike Shatter might be the play. Can I see how much damage a single mob took? Reaper's Mark does quite a bit too in AoE. It's really good on single target, but in AoE it's kind of okay. Cryogenic chamber also got quite a bit of damage as well. Okay, so this is how much damage a single dummy took, right? Yeah, this is just how much damage a single dummy took. This might be one of the dummies that got cleaved. But like, I guess the first one is the one that got the most amount of damage, right? Took most amount of obliterates. Like Shatter Frost is, if that's target damage is done to a singular target, that's not bad. That's not bad, boys. Look at that. I wonder which one I hit Reaper's Mark on the most though. Was it 3 maybe? Because maybe it was one that I hit the most. 4 or 5 maybe? Hard to tell. But like, this seems kind of good. At least I think that seems kind of good. Alright, well with that being said, yeah. That was fun. I'll probably do a Druid video at some point, River. Take a look at all the hero specs. I just need a little bit more time with like Guardian, rest of them. Mess around with us a little bit more. And do some delves maybe. Get a bit of footage and whatnot. I've been kind of working on the DK and Monk recently. And I can only do one class at a time for the most part. Or like, I usually prefer to just focus on one class at a time. I still gotta take a look at the Evoker. I need to mess around with that as well. There's a lot of classes to keep up with. Yeah, anyway, chat, I'm gonna go for now though. DK seems like it's actually could be a lot of fun. The Glacial Advanced Frost Strike thing could be pretty interesting. I think that has a lot of potential. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna be running that with Deathbringer if I am running that. But I kind of like this ability and like the procs that you get with Raise Rise and a bunch of things. It seems decent, man. Like it actually seems okay. Honestly, I was very surprised. Very surprised. I definitely need to mess around with it like an actual dungeon, right? Compare it against other classes a little bit, see just how good this is. Maybe I'll go and get like enchants and stuff so I can give myself a bit more haste so it doesn't feel super sluggish to play and whatever. And the DevEvoker stuff, they recently just reduced their uptime on for Dev, reduce the uptime of their Dragon's Rage. You can only extend it to a certain point. You can't just keep extending it for like ever, never, never. Which they never really could extend it for long, but like you can get like 2, 3 uses of your empowerment abilities before it was gone with like PI and all that. But now I don't think I can even do that. Yeah, it's just got a limited extension. I don't know. Some people are not happy with it because it just kind of kills some of that skill expression for the spec, but it limits also their overall burst potential. I need to mess around with it, but maybe the hero specs end up making up for it a ton. I'm not exactly like, I haven't messed with it yet. But I'll definitely try to see if I can put Evoker and Raider at some point. How does that sound? But boys, yo, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'm gonna go tomorrow. We got the Pandaria remix, man. So we'll see how that goes. I got raid tonight. I'm gonna get some food, all that stuff. And I already have projects ready for tomorrow, so I'm just gonna upload those, I guess. In fact, actually, I have a couple projects for a couple of days. I'm gonna get another one going tomorrow before Pandaria remix. Tomorrow, though, stream Pandaria. I picked a class which I'm gonna play for tomorrow. We got the guild set up. Gonna start leveling tomorrow. This will be fun, man. I'm actually very excited for Pandaria remix. That should be an absolute blast. I'll probably get a bunch of characters up and running and try to see if we can just buy a bunch of mods there too. But yeah, thanks for coming by. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Also, feel free to hit me up with Discord. Let me know what class you want to see for like hero spec overview stuff. I'll try to see if we can push some of them. If you guys have like a favorite or whatever. This gives me an idea like where to go from after Warlock and after Death Knight and after like all the classes that I've covered kind of recently, right? Because I'm gonna do a bunch of like new stuff for the alpha, new class stuff for a bit, and then Pandaria stuff. And then I'll go back to doing more hero talent overviews and whatnot. So I kind of just need like a suggestion. But you guys have a wonderful one. Have a good one. I'll catch you boys all next stream. Alrighty. Peace.
to embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face.